5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hiya! Yeah, this is the latest stream I've ever done. I originally planned to do Mario 64 about a week ago. I wanted to maybe try. I haven't done a 3D platformer on stream before, and after Final Fantasy VII, I kind of want to do something that was very different from that. And at the same time, maybe to a certain extent, all of the Mario 64 is secretly personalized, sort of augmented alternate reality sort of game creepypasta thing kind of made me think about Mario 64 a lot. And then this morning, these huge leaks came out of Nintendo, where they found development documents for Mario 64 that had never been seen before. They found apparently intact stages that haven't been seen since promotional videos from like 95 and early 96. So we're going to start off with some Wario Ware Inc. for the Game Boy Advance, played on the Wii U Virtual Console. So we'll just get that started. I'm going to play, well, let's see, let's set my timer here. Play for not too long, just 22 minutes just to get us started. And we'll get into the game. Okay. Oh, that sound is so much more nostalgic than it probably really should be. So I'm just going to play just for a minute, nothing serious, and then I'd like to actually start Mario 64 with actually looking through the manual, because I lost my Mario 64 manual. I still have my copy of Mario 64 from... Actually, I got Nintendo 64 in its launch window as a birthday present. I was not expecting to get an N64. I never actually asked my parents for one. I was very interested in it because I'd seen commercials, and one of my friends had a promotional video for it. But for me personally, I kind of just thought there's no way something like that could be reasonably affordable. I never actually asked my parents for it, but they surprised me with it. And I did not get to play it until a couple of weeks later. I mean, it might have only been a week later for all I remember, but being a kid at the time, it did seem like forever, because my parents were able to get the N64, but not an actual game for it. This game is... we want to haze it, so this game's terrible, even though we know it's great. But for the sake of the game, we'll tell a little white lie. Okay, that game actually required a small bit of concentration. So I never asked my parents for Nintendo 64, but they surprised me with it. And about a week later, my parents were able to get a game, because I think they either didn't realize it did not come with a game, or they were out of games at the store they bought it from, because I think they probably got it at Toys R Us. When I first saw the Nintendo 64, it was on a banner in front of a Toys R Us, not too long, either right before or right after it came out. And this is the first time I'd even seen it, and I had Game Boy. My first system was Game Gear. By the time N64 was about to come out, I already had Game Boy, so I never disliked Nintendo, but I was always a bit of a Sega loyalist in my heart. So even though Game Boy really broadened my horizons on what a game could possibly be like, and just how different Mario games were from Sonic games, going only on the handheld games alone, Mario was so different from Sonic. But when I first saw the banners for N64 in front of Toys R Us, my first thought was that Nintendo was trying to rip off Sega by having a black console with curves so that their system would look more like Sega Genesis. So I did have a bit of a bias. I didn't really take it seriously, but that's just what I thought, is that Nintendo was trying to be more like Sega by having a black curved console instead of their last console, which was colored white and had sharp corners instead of those curves like the Genesis had. Yeah, they look close enough. Oh, that cat smile is kind of cute. And so it wasn't long after launch window when I learned what Nintendo 64 actually was, what the benefits of it were, and I was impressed. I just didn't think it was something I didn't bother asking my parents for it. It just seemed like it was going to be too expensive. And I mean, as a kid, anything more than like 20, even more, $100 was like a huge deal to me. So in my head, like with those visuals, it has to cost like $1 billion or whatever. I don't know. But my parents surprised me with it, and about a week later, we got Mario 64. And the first time playing it, I really, like, my heart was pounding so hard. It was just so thrilling, actually maneuvering Mario around in 3 dimensions and climbing up trees and seeing the leaves fall from the trees. So it was just, and even early on, I was very interested in those beta screenshots of Mario 64. Just seeing screenshots in magazine coverage of the pre-release versions of Mario 64 and in some promotional videotapes about Nintendo 64 that my friends had. Just seeing how different Mario 64 looked in earlier versions of it. Even then, only right when the game was coming out, I was already fascinated by those earlier versions of Mario 64. just as I was interested in the early versions of Pokemon Gold and Silver, even before Pokemon, about when they came out, just seeing all the stuff that never made it in the game. I mean, and that leaked about Pokemon Gold and Silver leaked a year ago. I decided about a week ago to, maybe I'll do a late night stream, and next week I'll do Mario 64 after FF7. And I didn't think that this very morning, they'd end up being these huge leaks of Mario 64 of all this never before seen content. This is really just a warm up, and then I'll look through the manual, because I have not looked through the manual of Mario 64 since maybe I don't think I've seen the manual. I somehow lost it or threw it, or it got messed up, or like maybe I put it in a coat pocket and my mom washed the coat or something like that. Because I have not seen my Mario 64 manual since maybe 2000 or so, and I have not played Mario 64 since the 90s. Because I just remember playing it back then. Okay, right up. I never really went back and played it. Like, for the Nintendo 64's 10th anniversary in, like, 96, I think I might have plugged it in and played it for, like, maybe 10 minutes. My N64. My original N64 died, but I do have the original cartridge still, and I just have not plugged it in ages. So I'll be playing this on the Wii Virtual Console, just as I am playing Wario Ware Inc. on the Wii Virtual Console. Excuse me for yawning. Okay, there we go, landed it. Yeah, excuse me for yawning. This is much later than I'm usually awake. I went ahead and I'm staying up late just to do the stream. I just wanted to try a late night stream, see how I felt, see you know, who showed up, just as an experiment. And tomorrow I'll be streaming it either hold on, when am I streaming tomorrow? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow, and then tomorrow at 2, and then at Thursday at 2, so. Okay, give up. So I'm going to enjoy. I'm playing Mario 64 for really the first time since then. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, it's very possible that I've spent more time watching other people at, like, GDQ events, or occasionally watching a speedrunner make live run attempts. It's possible that I may have spent more time watching other people play Mario 64 than actually played it myself over the years, because I have not played that game since the 90s. I remember having the manual for Mario 64 and seeing just all this stuff that I had never... I mean, the player's guide, not the manual, the player's guide for Mario 64, and just being amazed by how much stuff was in the game. Now, when you're a little kid, I really kind of relied on my father to unlock more stages for me to play, and I was more into just kind of exploring the stages. I guess I wasn't quite skilled enough to really collect stars, because I wasn't the best at video games, either then or now. Praise. STSH is neat. I'm glad the game recognizes my greatness. I'm kidding, of course, I'm not a conceited jerk, but inspect. Down. That's the one. And when I first started playing this game, it had been so long since I'd really looked at a Game Boy, at an original model GBA, that it was kind of tricky picking the right one quickly, because part of me wants to kind of Mandela effect, remember it having 4 face buttons, A, B, X, and Y, but it only had A and B in the shoulder buttons. So in about 13 minutes, I'll move on to Mario 64, we'll start with the manual, and then play the actual game. There we go. I was only a frame away from losing that game, but I landed on the other side to trigger the win just in time. That reminds me, I would like to play the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong 94, that's often called. If you're not familiar with Donkey Kong 94, Donkey Kong 94, Donkey Kong for Game Boy, which was released in 94 and is known as Donkey Kong 94 as a result, that game starts off as a port of the arcade Donkey Kong game, so it has those original 4 stages. Then it turns into something very different. It turns into a rather in-depth puzzle platformer. and it's an incredible game. I would like to... Okay, lemon. Yeah, I would like to play that, but I'd have to probably do it using my GameCube, and I don't have... Well, I want to get one of those dongles that you put in the back that converts, that uses the digital video out port on the GameCube so you could plug in an HDMI cable. There's an analog to HDMI converter thing I have that it's kind of cheapo one. It probably would do the same job, but not look as nice. Because that's the only means I have of playing Game Boy cartridges right now on a way I could even get to any kind of TV is my GameCube. And I think those things are about $100. Those adapters from HDMI to that let you plug in a GameCube to HDMI. The results I've seen from online tests are pretty good, but just those things are really expensive. More expensive than like a console-like Game Boy Advance or something crazy like that. But that would be probably the best solution out of what I have right now for playing Game Boy cartridges without using emulation systems like Retron. Because, yeah, Retron will play the systems, but it's pulling the ROM off the cartridge and then playing that, and at that point, it's kind of... You might as well just use PC emulation at that point to a certain extent. I just enjoy it more when I'm playing in a manner that is part of a game's official release history. No, sorry, I was expecting it like prompts to come up like Punch-Out. Excuse me. Because there's some mini games in here that use kind of Punch-Out rules where you have more of a cue as to when to punch. 3. Yeah, so even though I'm emulating now, like this is the Wii U Virtual Console releases of these games were still part of that game's official release history, and and superior to that, I prefer to play with an original actual copy of the game from its real cartridge or disc. But when all that isn't possible, okay, there we go. But when all that isn't possible, what I'd like to do, I will use something like the Retron. You know, if I end up... I might get the Retron just like... There's a special Retron that either is coming out or will come out that specializes in handheld stuff. And that's mostly the kind of stuff that I need compatibility with. Even though I think a Retron 5 will play most of those games, but the handheld-centric version, it's so cute and little that it's like if I'm going to use a Retron system, I might as well use that one. Okay, and we landed it. Cool. Wow. Whoa, we're almost up to 100 points. It didn't occur to me till now how far along we'd come. 98, 99. And we only have one life left, so... 100. We made it. There we go. I picked the other one out. And we broke 100. I don't know if I've broken the high score for this mode yet or not, but... There we go. I just want to grab some water. Hey, Retrogrambit 215, rating with a party of 3. Hiya, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. I'm gonna be playing WarioWare for about 8 more minutes, and after that, I'm going to switch to Mario 64, which I will be playing for the first time since the 1990s. I actually planned about a week ago to play Mario 64. I'd never thought... I mean, when I woke up and found out that there'd been some kind of leak from Nintendo's internal archives that not only had development documents for Mario 64 that were never seen before, but also apparently entire prototype stages that had never been seen before have leaked and have actually been posted to YouTube. I had to do a lot of digging to make sure this wasn't part of that that every copy of Mario 64 is personalized fad or meme that's been going around lately. But okay, there we go. I love just how huge that doll's head is. It's like its body can never support it. Okay, there we go. And I may or may not be, with one life left, I may or may not be on track for a world record, and my personal best record in the easy Mega Mix mode of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the Mega Mix mode in Wario Ware Inc. So thanks for the raid. I usually don't stream. When I go to Mario 64, I'm going to start by looking through the manual, which is something that you could do in the Wii U release. I'm playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console. I have, the Wii U on its Virtual Console service, which you can see next to me. I'd like to have a console cam. Right now I'm using a 720p webcam. When I upgrade to a 1080p webcam, I'll use the 720p webcam. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. You got a couple of follows. Thank you both of you. Oh, yeah, shucks. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I can, deliver for you tonight. Retro Gambit 215, I don't know, what you're streaming or whatever, but I hope, it was a good stream. This is my 25th stream right now. I've only been doing this for a couple of months, and I've had a lot of problems with my internet early on. When I was preparing to stream, I upgraded my internet. Well, my first few streams went great with even my regular internet, but I started having bad results. I'm like, yeah, whatever, because I was using a Wi-Fi dongle, a cheapo Wi-Fi dongle instead of a proper Ethernet cable. And I was using my internet was like sort of baseline. It wasn't that great, so I was having pretty amazing results with that in mind. But eventually, it sort of caught up with me that the results. I wasn't producing a stream that was worthy of my viewers' time, so it's like, okay, let me upgrade my internet. I was still having all these dropped frames. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Where are all these dropped frames coming from? And I did a couple of weeks, maybe 4 or 5 streams where I experimented with settings and everything I could. I'm like, I have better internet than most people in the US have access to. Why am I getting so many dropped frames? And so I called my ISP, and they're like, oh, when you upgrade your internet, the operator was supposed to tell you to come to the office and pick up an upgraded modem to take advantage of the new internet, and that's why I was getting so many dropped frames. So really only the past 5 streams, I guess, or only since the 20th stream or so, I've been fully operational, where all my sort of experimental, this earlier on being camera shy. I mean, I do have a bit of a history on YouTube. I had 2,000 subs back in 2011 when that was, 2012, when that was on the very lowest tier of being mildly notable. But I decided to focus more on my school and family life, and I'm glad I did. So I'm making some YouTube videos, again, not as many as I'd like, but I was really thrilled to be able to make it onto to Twitch here and demonstrate some games I've always cared about and that I don't really see get a lot of play. Earlier on, especially, I was streaming a lot of the 8-bit Sonic the Hedgehog games. Typically, when you see streamers here playing those 8-bit Sonic games, it tends to be European gamers because the Master System was a much bigger deal in Europe, but in North America, really the only context for the 8-bit Sonic games is on Game Gear. And I have the Analog Mega SG, the FPGA Sega console, and through cartridge adapters, I was able to actually play with my childhood Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge from '91. Because I grew up with the Game Boy version, and once I had mastered the Game Boy version and then the Master System version, I moved on. I did a couple of streams of the Genesis version, which I actually have very little experience with. I played it a little as a kid, then in like 2007 or 8, I played Sonic the Hedgehog a lot on the Wii Virtual Console, but I really have very little experience with it, and I really didn't get that far on it. I even playing old NES games, used to play your speedrunning TMNT. Maybe sometime eventually, this game is, it's gross because we want to haze it. I never beat the 8-bit Sonic games before, even though I played them all my life, so there was a long period where, oh, you're at a 99-cent store. Well, it's 11:20 Eastern Time, so I know it's 3 hours behind where you're at, so I don't know if they're about to close at the store you're at, Kalaka Boy. Me and Retro Gambit 215 were just talking about some of the games we've been playing. Yeah, so I beat Sonic, the Game Gear version of Sonic for the first time on stream, which I was very proud of. If you type in !VODs in the commands, you can take a look at all my streams. Most of my streams I've uploaded onto YouTube in an unabridged format. I've just posted the full-length streams as unlisted videos on my YouTube channel. And because I really don't want to spam my YouTube viewers with my full-length VODs, so I just have those unlisted on a playlist. So if someone wants to look at my older videos, you can just look at the playlist. Inspect. I don't think... Did they ever make a Game Boy... Oh no, that does it. Okay. So what was it? What about that Game Boy Advance was wrong? That's something I couldn't quite tell. Oh, wow, I got up to 255 points in this. Jeez. All right. So, yeah. So I was playing. I beat Sonic for Game Gear for the first time on stream. Then I beat it with 100% with all the Chaos Emeralds. And the ending for the 8-bit version of Sonic the Hedgehog, I think, is actually much better than the ending in the Genesis version. And part of the reason I wanted to give coverage to the 8-bit Sonic games was because, just because I hear a lot of people talk about sort of the Game Gear Sonic games kind of being just a watered down, like, ports of the Genesis versions, and I feel like that's very unfair. They, instead of just trying to directly port the Genesis games, they made unique games that played to the system's strengths, and I think they just sort of deserve more recognition. So I was proud to be able to do those streams early on. I'm probably going to go back to it. So I did 100% runs of both the Game Gear and Master System versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Those being... The Game Gear version is a handheld port of the Master System version. And the Master System version, just the fact that it exists is interesting because Sonic was made with the Genesis in mind. Then they went back and made a version of Sonic for the older system. So it's kind of like looking at one of those fan-made demakes where they'll take a modern game and remake it with older graphics and sound. Alright. Alright, that was my personal time reminding me to move on to Okay. Yeah, reminding me to move on to Mario 64. Excuse me. I'm still not entirely I'm used to the Wii's Virtual Console still, because this Wii U was actually sent to me by a viewer. On YouTube. One of my fans sent me a Wii U, and they were not a wealthy person. They were working at a chain pizza restaurant in Canada, and they bought a Wii U for me and shipped it to me from Canada, and I couldn't. I'm just still blown away. Only very recently have I had the means to actually play the Wii U and take advantage of it, and the Virtual Console is just so neat because it has Game Boy Advance games as well as Nintendo DS games. This is probably going to be the last Nintendo system that has Nintendo DS games playable on it, and one of the only ways you could play these games. All right. Okay, now let's switch to the Mario 64 layout, which I had ready to go. All right. Since I'm not, excuse me. Now, this is what I wanted to go to. ZL. Excuse me. I'm still not entirely used to. I'm going to look through the manual for this, because I have not looked through the... Let me change my... Oh. Let me change my category. Excuse me. I have to change from Mario 64. This is the first time I'm playing this. Playing Mario 64 for the first time since the 90s. Super Mario 64. There we go. Now, apparently in this leak that came out, Clackaboy, you may not have heard about this, but this morning, in the midst of all these weird memes about Mario 64 is personalized and haunted and all this, and it's haunted by Wario, all these leaks came out of all these resources and data files from Mario 64 that have never been seen before. I mean, it's a huge security breach for Nintendo, but in terms of the history of the game, we now know the specific date in 1994 when they first started working on this project, and we know the exact date it was finished. So, so you can check those out later. Yeah, I want to get more gaming, like proper gaming stuff onto my YouTube. I have several ideas, things I've filmed and haven't edited together yet. I also want to do some Let's Plays for games I don't think that will maybe work as well on Twitch. But apparently one of the files that got leaked was this this actual full-size image of this artwork from Mario 64, which we've never seen aside from, I think this was used on some folders that okay. This is the first time looking at this since the 90s. The Nintendo 64 controller, control stick function. The Nintendo 64 control stick uses an analog system to read the angles and directions of its movement. This allows subtle control that is not possible with the traditional plus control pad. When turning the control deck on, do not move the power stick from the neutral position on the controller. Now, control deck, that's one of those... Nintendo will call the console, they'll call it a control deck. The cartridges are always called game packs. And they created these terms because they wanted to try to use different terms from the ones that were traditionally associated with games when they released the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America, because the term console was so associated with Atari, and the term cartridges, they would always call them game packs, to try to use new terminology so that the retailers who had been burned on all these game systems from Atari and others that weren't selling anymore wouldn't try to associate what Nintendo was making with the NES with these older systems as little as possible. So, while playing Super Mario 64, we recommend you use the hand positions as shown below. By holding the controller like this, you can operate the control stick freely with your left thumb. Using your right thumb, you can easily access the A, B, or C buttons. Place your left index finger where it feels comfortable, but not in a position where you might accidentally press the Z button on the back of the controller. Now, I see, it's not so much now, but a few years ago, I was seeing so many videos like, worst controllers of all time. They'd show the N64 controller. I will criticize the N64 controller in terms of build quality. That analog stick mechanism does not age well, even in the N64's heyday. Vigorous play on the controller for over a few months, the analog stick wouldn't right itself properly anymore. The mechanism would wear out very quickly. But people were criticizing, why does it have 3 handles? Do they want an alien with 3 hands to hold it? And you have to remember, at the time they were designing the N64 controller, now we know the start date for the development on Mario 64 was in 1994. I think spring 1994 or something like that. And they're developing the N64 and this new controller. There was no guarantee at that time that free-roaming 3D gameplay was going to become the standard. Yes, it's something many developers were looking at, and it was seen as a possible future, but there was no guarantee that was going to take off. So they needed to make a controller that could equally play a 2D game with a D-pad or a 3D game with an analog stick. This is a world where the DualShock didn't exist yet, where the PlayStation was just a Super Nintendo pad with 2 extra shoulder buttons and handles for grip. So at the time, their main goal was to make a controller. Oh shucks, did I back out of the manual? I did not mean to. Okay, there we go. I did not mean to back out of the manual. Still getting used to the controls for operating the. Oh, come on. Yeah, I just want to look at this is the first time I've played this since the 90s. I just want to look through the manual. Oh, come on. It's taking forever. Okay, that's more like it. I'm just going to use the 2 analog sticks to move around. Story. Oh, Princess Toadstool. Yeah, this is really the last game where they really were using the Princess Toadstool naming for Princess Peach. But it's kind of funny because, yeah, Princess Toadstool, it fits in with the Mushroom Kingdom theming, but a toadstool is a term for, a poisonous mushroom, so it kind of sounds... I always thought it was kind of weird, that they called her Princess Toadstool. It sounds kind of, unattractive as a name. Mario, please come to the castle. I've baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Wow, an invitation from Peach. Okay, so they were using the names interchangeably here. And that's when they first started to use her Japanese name, because in Japan she was always named Peach. Mario is so excited to receive the invitation from the princess who lives in the Mushroom Castle that he quickly dresses in his best and leaves right away. Now look how, it's kind of interesting how grainy this is, because this is presumably scanned directly from Nintendo's own source files. Something's not quite right here. It's so quiet. Shaking off the easy premonition, Mario steps into the silent castle where he is greeted by the gruff words, "No one's home, now scram! Bwahaha!" The sound seems to come from everywhere. Who's there? I've heard that voice somewhere before. Mario begins searching all over the castle. Most of the doors are locked, but finding one open, he peeks inside. Hanging on the wall is the largest painting he has ever seen, and from behind the painting comes the strangest sound he has ever heard. I think I hear someone calling. What secrets does this painting hold? You know, the way they're kind of writing this, it kind of reminds me of the intro to, the backstory to Super Mario Bros. 2, the North American version, where Mario heard the voice of the subcons asking to be freed from Wart's power, and then he wakes up and finds that, well, he supposedly wakes up and finds a door just like in the dream. Without a second thought, Mario jumps at the painting. As he is drawn into it, another world opens before his very eyes. So begins the grandest of all adventures. Now, they kind of skip the whole part where he meets Lakitu, who explains the camera system to him. Once inside, I've really forgot all of how this was all written. Once inside the painting, Mario finds himself in the midst of battling Bob-ombs. According to the Bob-omb buddies, someone or something has suddenly attacked the castle and stolen the power stars. These stars protect the castle. With the stars in control, the Beast plans to take over the Mushroom Castle. Well, it seems he already has taken over the Mushroom Castle, but anyway. To help him accomplish this, he plans to convert the residents of the painting world into monsters as well. I don't remember that. Totally forgot about that. Apparently Mario wants to turn all the people in the paintings into monsters. If nothing is done, all these monsters will begin to overflow from inside the painting. I totally forgot that element of the story. I wonder if that's something from Japan, or if that's something that the localizers added. Because that's never mentioned in the game, that he wants to turn the people in the painting worlds into monsters. Princess Toadstool and Toad are missing too. Bowser must have taken them and sealed them inside the painting. Unless Mario recovers the Power Stars immediately, the inhabitants of this world will become Bowser's army. I totally forgot about this element of the Mario 64 lore. Well, Bowser's not going to get away with it as long as I'm around. Stolen Power Stars are hidden throughout the painting world. Use your wisdom and strength to recover the Power Stars and restore peace to the Mushroom Castle. Mario, you're the only one we can count on. The way they've written this makes it sound like there's only one painting in the game. Now, I didn't know all this backstory. I didn't know about Mario 64. I knew about it, but I didn't know about the painting. Somehow, when I first... Oh, shucks. Okay, there we go. When I first saw that painting in that room, I just knew something in my instinct just said, jump into the painting. It's like you never need to learn how to blink. You just do it. I just saw the painting. I just jumped right into it. And mind you, I wasn't going from like Super Mario World and Super NES to Mario 64. I was going from Super Mario Land 2 on Game Boy to Super Mario Land 64. It's just Super Mario 64. It was a huge jump for me. Before you start the game and guide Mario on his quest, use the opening screen to become familiar with the new controller. Now that's interesting. Use the opening screen to become familiar with the new controller. I remember noting this the first time I played this. First time I read this back then. Even though Mario 64 was never packed in with the Nintendo 64 hardware, this guide is written as though it's assuming that this is going to be your first N64 game. So that's interesting. Insert the game pack, yes, not cartridge, game pack, into the Nintendo 64 control deck and slide the power switch to the on position. When doing so, make sure not to touch the control stick. Mario's face will be displayed, followed by the title logo. Press start again to go to the file select screen, one of the 4 game files, Mario A, B, C, or D with the control stick, and press start to begin the game. Your progress will be saved into the selected file. Audio, there's mono, stereo, mono, and headset. When using headphones, select this for a more natural sound. That's interesting. I wonder who played Mario 64 with headphones back then. Score. You can see the score of each save file. Score. I wonder. I never really thought of Mario 64 as a game in which you could score points. So I'm interesting to see what that's all about. Now let's see. How many pages are there to this? There are 14. Let's do a couple more pages. Let's just go through all the. Let's just go through like 1 or 2, two more pages, and then we'll get on to the game. And maybe in the next streams we'll look through more of the manual at the start. You could copy, you could erase. Opening screen where Mario's face appears, you can move Mario and play with his face. Press the A button to display the hand-shaped cursor. At the spots marked with the control stick on the above screenshot, you can pinch Mario's face using the control stick and move the cursor to any of the marks. So it's just explaining the face manipulation game. How to operate Mario. Do not be overwhelmed at first by the multitude of moves Mario can do. And I really think he probably had more moves in this particular game than he did in any future game, because he could walk and run and punch. Operations that mainly use a control stick. Now, how they made the swimming work, I never really quite liked how the swimming worked in Mario 64. Like Mario Galaxy, I think and Mario Odyssey, the swimming just felt so much more natural. And so, like, for me, I do have a fine motor disability. I can play games fine, but, you know, I'm never gonna, you know, go sign up for the Nintendo World Championship. So maybe, and that's kind of at the same, I mean, to that extent, I kind of fell off of console first-person shooters when they went twin analog. So maybe it's just a little too complex for me to comfortably keep up with. But something about just the complexity, the seeming complexity, even to this day, of moving Mario around with this control style, and the pressure of having to find air and having to find coins. So sidestep, I like how the sidestep, it uses a little render there that's of a CG render instead of the game. The crouch, regular jump, how to jump great distances, fly further and higher, the triple jump and wear the wing cap, swing or climb. So I guess a lot of these weird 3D renders, man, I mean, you can tell this is one of the first 3D games they ever made, because they really go out of your way to make sure you understand all the different moves he has, the punch and the kick. I remember my friend, when I was Mario 64 DS, he was more of a Sega and PlayStation kid, and so when I gave him when Mario 64 DS came out, and I was just blown away to even just have that kind of 3D on a handheld. Okay, we'll just go to the, excuse me. How do I exit out of here? I want to go to the, what's this? Okay, I have no idea what that was. But he was just blown away, because he never really liked the Mario games. He's like, why do I have to jump on everything? Why can't I just punch stuff? And so when he played Mario 64 DS, he's like, oh, you could finally a Mario game where you can just punch the guys. This is awesome. So I really liked that aspect of it. I just remember I went to my friend's basketball game. We're in elementary school, so I just got my N64 like a week before. I went to my friend's like basketball game at their private school. I didn't go to that school, and I came back, and my father just came home with the copy of Mario 64, and we pop it in, and I see this for the first time. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's talking in a video game. This is the first time I ever heard real voice in the game. And I didn't understand when they said Princess Toadstool Peach. I thought it was saying, like, it was Peach a way of saying, like, hi or something. And it's funny, if you think about it in a way, you're playing as both Mario and Lakitu, in a sense, because you're seeing the entire game through Lakitu's perspective. I mean, there are these first few moments where you're playing as Mario, even though you could still operate the camera. So, like, yeah, from this point on, technically, you're playing as Lakitu and Mario at the same time. You're controlling Lakitu with the C stick. Or with the C buttons, rather. Ciao, you have reached Princess Toadstool Castle via a warp pipe. And I remember, this screen right here is the first time I've seen the word ciao, or my parents had to explain what via means, you know, by way of. You know, therefore we have words like viaduct or viaduct, you know, as a type of bridge. Press B to read signs. Use the control stick in the center of the controller to move Mario around. Now that does not apply to the Wii U Pro controller. It's no longer in the center of the. Okay. So A is to jump, B is to. Wow, it's just so. And now I'm using the right analog stick to move the camera around, And because this camera was meant to be moved via button presses on the yellow C buttons on the N64 controller. I mean, just the fact that they had the foresight to, hey, let's have 4 buttons that will mainly probably, with the main, I mean, many buttons didn't use them for the camera, but let's have a bunch of buttons just for the camera. It was just such a crazy idea that, and I didn't realize when I was, back then I was like, wow, look at the leaves actually falling off the tree as he climbs it. And I didn't even think, wow, he's just totally clipping through the tree. The tree is just a 2D sprite. It's just a cutout. It's not even a 3-dimensional object. It's just a 2D sprite that... But I didn't recognize all that. And now, I mean, it's cool just to... It's kind of like seeing the strings in a, something like Thunderbirds or Firebell XLR or XL5 or whatever it was. We're just seeing the strings and how the special effects were done is just cool, and it makes me further respect how they did it. Seeing how cheesy or how primitive it is, it really just makes me appreciate. And they somewhat don't even really attempt to hide that these are just kind of randomly placed boxes in this cyberspace area. These could just, and I do like how in Paper Mario, they use this very similar castle. You could kind of imagine that Toad Town could be just outside of this area, but they only want to show. And I don't know if this is something you can see on N64, but I actually did see Lakitu sort of sitting in front of the castle doors, and then he kind of warped over for the cutscene. Good afternoon, the Lakitu brothers here. Oh, the Lakitu brothers. Okay, that explains... So there was one that was following the first Lakitu, and then there was the second one that was filming Mario before you meet this one. Okay, so they've really covered everything. So, well, you only see one when you go into the... If you can't adjust the view any further, we'll buzz. To take a look at the surroundings, stop and press C. Press A to resume play. Switch camera modes with the R button. Signs along the way will review these instructions. For now, reporting live, this has been the Lakitu brothers. Yeah, so... And this game, I remember just there being so many interesting options for the camera. Welcome, no one's home. Now scram and don't come back. Gwahaha. And just the way... I always noticed how Toad fades in. I wonder if that's just due to some sort of technical limitation, because characters in games like Mario 64... No, I mean, like in Zelda Ocarina of Time, they don't fade in like that. I'm glad to see you. The princess and I, and well, everyone, we're all trapped inside the castle walls. Bowser has stolen the castle stars, and he's using their power to create his own world in the paintings and walls. Okay, so the manual made it sound like the painting worlds already existed, and Bowser's taking them over and turning the people in them into enemies and monsters. But here it's making it sound like Bowser's creating the painting worlds. Please recover the power stars. As you find them, you can use their power to open doors that Bowser has sealed. There are 4 rooms on the first floor, starting the one with the painting of the Bob-omb inside. It's the only room Bowser hasn't sealed, much to his chagrin. When you collect 8 power stars, you'll be able to open the door at the big star. The princess must be inside. Now, I want to just go to someplace... this is not the first place I went when I played, but I just remember one day, I think it was probably the first weekend, I think it was a Friday that I got the game, and that Saturday, so the next morning, that first Saturday morning, I probably had a bowl of Fruit Loops or Frosted Flakes. Let's read this sign. I really don't know what this says. Well, if you jump repeatedly at the right height, you will jump higher and higher. Okay, we know. This is something that's second nature, but at the time you had to learn all this stuff. I just remember spending probably a couple of hours just... Here's the infamous L is real panel of supposedly. That possibly actually just says Eternal Star, or is just an illegible texture. But I remember just spending hours wandering around this courtroom. Oh. Yeah, I would spend hours just wandering around the courtroom here, just marveling in the fact that I was moving around in a 3D space. Psst, the boos are super shy. If you look them in the eyes, they fade away, but if you turn your back, they reappear. It's always trying to hit them when they're fading away. Instead, walk up behind them, then punch. Now, a little bit later in the game, I think once you have 10 stars... Oh. Let me reread how to do that, because I have to read this, and then I have to remember... Press B while I'm running fast to do a body slide. Just stand while sliding... Okay. Okay, there we go. I just forgot the timing for it exactly. So, this was sort of my safe place in the game at first, to just run around and just marvel at being in 3D. And what I would remember a lot, what I'd imagine a lot, is like what it would be like if I was just in a dream where I was just trapped in this weird garden with nothing going on in this virtual space. Like if I was in like a Matrix type thing where I was just in this garden and I knew it was virtual reality in the game, like in this scenario. So later on, when it gets infested by boos, I felt very offended at the fact that they're now enemies and a sense of danger in this place that was previously my safe place in the game to practice my moves and stuff like that. But let's go. Yeah, I remember just without even... I don't even remember if I read what the toad said, but I just found here... I found this room. Oh, I forgot what these signs say. Let's see. Master 3 important techniques. First side, the triple jump. Okay, we know how that works. Let's see what this says. You can return to the castle's main hall at any time from the painting worlds where the enemies live. Just stop and stand still and press start to pause the game, then select exit course. You don't have to collect all power stars in one course before going on to the next. Return later when you're more experienced to pick up difficult ones. So whenever you find a star, a hint for finding the next one will appear on the course's start screen. However, collect any of the remaining stars next. You don't have to recover the one described by the hint. It's just sort of so interesting seeing all these things that are totally taken for granted now. They're basically explaining the concept of a non-linear game where you're not going through, okay, world 1, world 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, world 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, world 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's like you do them so in the order that you could go between stages and missions as you please. I just remember seeing this and being like, I obviously have to jump in that painting. That's just the thing to do. It just attracted me to it. I jumped right in. Now, I remember it's probably spending a few hours after the couple of hours. Now, I'm just skipping through text automatically. But really, I really do mean to be reading this, because I really forgot a lot of the flavor text here and stuff. Watch out, if you wander around here, you're liable to be plastered by a water bomb. Those enemy bombs love to fight, and they're always finding ways to attack. This meadow has become a battlefield ever since the big bomb got his paws on the power star. Do bombs really have paws? Do they even really have limbs? I don't... whatever. Got his paws on the power star. Can you recover the star for us? Cross the bridge and go left up the path to find the big bomb. Please come back to us after you've retrieved the power star. Now, these hints, I guess, just weren't enough for me at the time. Because I remember just... Hey, it's dangerous ahead, so listen up. Yes, I did almost say it's dangerous to go alone, take this. It's dangerous, and then it says take this, so my brain just kind of fills in the gaps. Hey, it's dangerous ahead, so listen up, take my advice. Cross the 2 bridges ahead, then watch for falling water bombs. And then you can go into the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. And like, that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like it's guiding me through Olmec's temple here. Watch for falling water bombs. The big bomb is at the top of the mountain. It's very powerful. Don't let him grab you. We're Bob-omb buddies, and we're on your side. You can talk to us whenever you'd like to. Now, I've only played Super Mario Land 1 and 2. So this right here is my first introduction to the concept of Bob-ombs. So the idea of there being friendly Bob-ombs... I guess the game's saying, like, hey, like, these bombs aren't a threat. But to me at the time, it's like, I didn't really need to be explained that. It just kind of assumed, like, okay, the pink ones are good, the other ones are dangerous. Now, it's so interesting how... Let me... Excuse me. Alright. You can punch enemies to knock them down, to throw something you're holding. Okay, we know that. Oh, wow. Read a science... To read a sign, stand in front of it and press B like you did just now. When you want to talk to a Koopa Troopa or other animal. A Koopa Troopa... I thought Koopa Troopas counted as people. Wait, there's only one Koopa Troopa in the game you could talk to, that being Koopa the Quick. Well, Koopa the Quick doesn't... Does Koopa the Quick really count as a Koopa Troopa? Because only Koopa the Quick is the only Koopa that's friendly that you could talk to in this game. If you want to talk to Koopa Troopa or other animal, stand right in front of it. Please recover the stars that were stolen by Bowser in this course. Now, I forgot how handholdy this game is with all these signs, and apparently rightfully... Oh, wow! I forgot these boxes... Wow, look at the momentum it has. Wow, I forgot these boxes had these physics on them. Wow. Excuse me. Alright. Alright. You can leave me alone now, please. Yeah, but I just remember spending hours... Yeah, spending hours just wandering around this course aimlessly in spite of all the signs. And yes, I had reading skills far in advance of my age, but I guess I just didn't understand. You know what? I don't think I understood the concept of getting the stars. I was so used to Mario Land 1 and 2, where there's just a point A and point B, where just how the Bowser stages work, but none of the other ones. And so I was just sort of wandering around, and I wasn't even really thinking about what I was supposed to be doing. And then my dad picked it up when he got home from work, and he just kind of ran straight through the stage. And as he was making his way up the mountain, I was like, why didn't I think to go there? Because I didn't even notice that... I didn't quite notice that you could keep going up and up the mountain. I know I got a certain way up, but I either would fall... I guess I fell down or got distracted or something. Yeah, it's that texture there is so distracting because it's clearly... It makes me want to feel like my eyes are out of focus because it's clearly the texture on the ground, but warped, and stretched to... Woo, I forgot... Okay. And I never... It took me a while to... there was a tweet that was going around earlier today. Some at-home games or someone, the guy with the Ping Pong avatar, I think he's from Hong Kong originally. I don't know if he's still there now, but he was just noting how I like how it says be dangerous, beware of Chain Chomp, extreme danger. Get close and press C up for better luck. Scary, huh? See the red coin on top of the stake? If you collect 8 of them, a power star will appear in the meadow across from the bridge. So we're just immediately... This is the only Chain Chomp in the game, and they're bigger... Oh, shucks. Alright, we're gonna have to, Oh my gosh. Alright. I basically just did that to make him go away. Alright. And that... I just barely made that work, but... So, there's my first star. It wasn't quite what I was planning on, but that's how it turned out. Sorry, I just had to go... Excuse me, what that was right there... You've recovered one of the stolen power stars. Now you can open some of the sealed doors in the castle. Try the princess's room on the 2nd floor and the room with the painting of Womp's fortress on floor 1. Bowser's troops are still gaining power, so you can't give up. Save us, Mario. Keep searching for the stars. So is that supposed to be the voice of Princess Peach? I don't know. Alright. So let's actually do... Yeah, so let's actually do the intended first mission now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the fact that these buttons, like, the camera doesn't control how it ideally should. Because to an oh my gosh. Because to an oh my god. Yeah, this is a little... Controlling the camera's a little rough, because this is clearly meant to be dealt with in a digital manner with consecutive button presses, and it's hard to, like, get that same level of control. If I was playing with an N64 controller, I think this would be going a lot better. But when I can't quite get the angle... Alright. Yeah, I used my dive move to evade him. Sweet. I remember the water bombs being way bigger in the, when I was a kid. Now, I did not mean to activate. Now, I did not... Of course, I did not realize as a kid... Okay, I keep activating the first-person mode, and I don't intend to. Yeah, I never noticed as a kid that the giant balls are just sprites. They're just 2D images that are rotating to face Mario at all times. In Mario 64 DS, I think that they are actual proper spheres. Okay. You can grab onto the edge of a cliff. You can grab onto the edge of a cliff or ledge with your fingertips and hang down from it. To drop from the edge, press the control stick in the direction of Mario's back, or press the Z button. Or Z button if you're from the UK or Canada. To get up onto the ledge, press up on the control stick, or press A as soon as you grab the ledge to climb up quickly. Okay. Alright. Yeah, somehow... Alright, there we go. That's... Now, can I... Okay, I can just jump over them. Now, going in there is the warp, too. Yeah, I just had to test jump to make sure I'm ready for this. Ooh. And I do like the fact that they have a bomb here actually operating the camera, operating the cannon. Even though the cannon does still keep firing after... Okay, just tiptoe across here. Because of the controls not being... Yeah, this is the... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like Mario's orientation, like the controls actually change with the camera direction, so it's been a bit of a... Okay, I know what this... It's gonna explain... Okay. Collect as many coins as possible. They refill your power meter. You can check to see how many coins you've collected in each of the 15 enemy worlds. I forgot about a lot of this strange terminology describing the 15 enemy worlds. It makes it sound like you're going from planet to planet, freeing them from an intergalactic empire or something. You can also recover power by touching the spinning heart. The faster you run through the heart, the more power you'll recover. That's not something they ever brought back in future Mario games, I don't think. Well, I mean, after Sunshine, they really started opting for a more power-up based, well, something where you had fewer hit points, whereas here, they give you a lot of hit points in this and Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I just remember getting all the... I'm the Big Bob-omb, Lord of all blasting matter, King of kabooms the world over. How dare you scale my mountain? By what right do you set foot on my imperial mountaintop? You may have eluded my guards, but they'll never escape my grasp. And you'll never take away my power star. I hereby challenge you, Mario. If you want the star I hold, you must prove yourself in battle. Can you pick me up from the back and hurl me to this royal turf? I think that you cannot. Alright. Yeah. It feels kind of, Oh my gosh, I almost actually got grabbed by him. The first time, I think either me or my dad, I forgot who, I think my dad got to here first. And the first time we played it, I think we mistook the point of the battle. We thought the point was to throw him out of the ring, which he will make you have to restart the fight over. Oh my gosh, he's gonna throw me. But it doesn't even damage you, so that's very generous of the game. Yeah, I can't... I think this guy... Like, the top is... Yeah, I think this is actually a 2D sprite. This is... body is actually... Is it a 2D sprite? It looks... If it's... If this is not a... If the black orb part of his body is not a 2D sprite, well, they very convincingly pull it off along with the limbs and the crown to make you think it is not a 2D sprite. Yeah, I think that is a... You know why I could tell? Because look at the reflection on there. And the way it's sort of ignoring the crown. Yeah, that is just a 2D sprite. And they could very convincingly get the crown and limbs to give the illusion of a 3D object there when there is none. You might be oh, shucks. I forgot to read the first part of the flavor text. But the second... Anyway, you might be fast enough to ground beat, but you'll have to pick up the pace if you want to take King Bowser by the tail. So here they're already showing off, hinting at how to fight Bowser. Methinks my troops could learn a lesson from you. Here is the star, as I promised, Mario. If you want to see me again, select the star from the menu. For now, farewell. Ooh. Here we go. Now, I remember the first time... I remember just seeing in magazines Mario 64. This is before I got the game, I was just imagining how would Mario's death animation work in this game? Because in the 2D Mario games, Mario go, and you just see him just like jump up and just fall down, and like through the bottom of the screen, and that was his death animation. But here, I just imagined in my head, I imagined this 3D animation of Mario doing the same thing where he jumps up and then just sort of falls through the floor. And 3D as the camera pans around him. I don't know why I imagined that in particular. But when I actually got my first death in this game... Yeah, when I actually got my first death in this game... Okay, let's talk to you. Thank you, Mario. The Big Bomb is nothing but a big dud now, but the battle for the castle has just begun. Other enemies are holding the other power stars. If you recover more stars, you can open new doors that lead to new worlds. So I'm like, so is this world created when the painting was originally painted by whoever painted it? Or is this a world created by Bowser? Because it seems to be some pre-existing stuff going on in this world where there's this battle going on. Let's talk to him. This guy. We're peace-loving Babam, so we don't use cannons. But if you'd like to blast off, we don't mind. Help yourself. We'll prepare all of the cannons in this course for you to use. Bon voyage. Ready for blast off? Come on, hop into the cannon. You can reach the star on the floating island by using the 4 cannons. Use the control stick to aim, then press A to fire. If you're handy, you can grab onto trees or poles to land. Is this the first Mario game that used that sound in relation to Koopas? I believe it is. And I kind of forgot how big Koopa the Quick is. Hey Mario, is it true that you beat the Big Bomb? Cool. You must be strong and pretty fast. How fast are you anyway? Fast enough to beat me, Koopa the Quick? I don't think so. Just try me. How about a race to the mountaintop where the Big Bomb was? What do you say? When I say go, let the race begin. Ready? Go. I should not have done that. I should have... Oh my gosh. Oh my... Excuse me. Oh, that was not what I intended to do, but I'll take it. Now there are 3... Excuse me? Oh, you cheater! You bumface. Come on. Meanwhile, if I use the shortcuts, I know you will consider that cheating and not give me the star. Oh my gosh. There's no way I'm taking... It's because of the way the camera is very disorienting in this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, we've got this. I say as I... Watch me fail now that I said that out loud. Okay, we've got it. Yeah, I have to move the camera the opposite direction of what I feel like I should. It's kind of inverted. Like, the fact that the camera controls are inverted and I'm using a stick instead of the camera buttons are making it very difficult to... Well, to... Okay. Huff, puff. Whoa, you really are fast. A human blur. Here you are. You've won it fair and square. Wow, and it is now past midnight, making this the latest I've ever streamed. Normally I would be in bed by now, but I just wanted to try a late stream. I don't have any appointments or responsibilities early tomorrow, so I'll be able to sleep it off. Now, it's funny. If you lose, I think you just continue playing the game, whereas in, like, going on Mario Galaxy logic, if Mario lost the foot race, he just instantly drops dead and is thrown out of the course, which is, I mean, geez, talk about being a sore loser. Imagine, oh, sorry, you lost the foot race. Oh, no. And just drops dead and actually loses a life. Come on. You've recovered 3 power stars, and you can open the door with 3. Come to and from these courses as you please. The enemies ahead are even meaner, so be careful. Alright. Shoots the island in the sky. I know what this is all about, so... after... I'm not probably going to go for the hidden numbers stars in this, which even as a kid back then, the fact that they're... Here, it makes sense because, I mean, it kind of works because they're all in one spot. But just the idea... Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Wow, I did not know you could kick those away. That's what I actually meant to do. Yeah, these camera controls are going to make the game a little rough. Okay, so pressing up brings in this first-person mode, which is what the last thing I want to happen. I almost got it the first time last try. Because what you're seeing me do right now, this is stuff I really have not done in, like, 96... Yeah, this is stuff I have not, genuinely have not done since, oh my gosh. Doggone. Alright, what's the quick, oh. Actually, this might not, I see why they put this can in here, because I could potentially, I could kind of salvage it, and probably, yeah, I could probably aim straight for the, alright. And that's the one thing, they kick you out the level each time you get a star. Which probably, in some cases, has to probably do a lot with just being able to... The levels have different setups for different stars sometimes. Find the 8 red coins. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna do the 8 red coins, then I'm gonna do the 100 coin star. And then I have to do the 5 secrets, which it's probably easier to do that with the wing cap, but we'll see. Yeah, do I plan to beat the game? I'll see how I feel. I'll see how I feel if I plan to play through the entire game or not. I wouldn't be doing more than 70 stars. If I beat this game, it will be with the bare minimum number of stars. I'm not doing a 100 coin run. Yeah, thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. I know there's 1 on the slide on the back side of the path to the mountain. 4. 5. Okay, we're already on up to 5. Okay. Yeah, this is like what right now I was not obviously playing this well the first time I played it. I really wasn't even familiar enough with the game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually go around and do it legitimately. Is there? No, that was... I know there's one behind some bars at the bottom. I don't think there are any... I think in this game's logic... is there one I have to go through the... Okay, here's where I have to slide down at. I just have to... Yeah, okay, 6. We only have 2 more. I have a feeling one of them's on the mountain. Well, at least one of them's on the floating island. Okay. No, one of them is down here somewhere. I remember that. Okay. Go back and get the coin. Yeah, and this is before they started adding those cool silhouettes to let you know that yes, there is. Okay, I have to go around. That's how I have to get to over there. And over the years, I have had a lot of weird dreams about Mario 64, about finding places that don't seem to make like. There's weird places in the castle or weird locations that aren't in the real game. Very rarely are they like scary or anyway. Or the only real like I'd have a lot of dreams about Mario 64. My dreams about Mario 64 and Metroid Prime. That in the dream I was scared, but the dream was a dream that I was just doing bad in the game, or that like, oh come on, now that's silly, that's ridiculous. That's okay. There we go. Let's see what's going on down here. Excuse me, leave me alone. There we go. Yeah, I feel like that my gameplay is just suffering. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only one missing. And I think it's on the floating island, not the one that Knuckles rules over, or guards or whatever, because I never actually played Sonic 3 in spite of being a lifelong Sonic fan. My only real context for the floating island, as far as like lore, is from the Archie comics stuff, so... Oh, Hayden, 1028. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, this is my first time. If you've just dropped in, this is my first. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. Ooh, that hurt. This is my first time playing Mario 64 since this is only my 25th stream. So I haven't been playing long. This is my first time playing Mario 64 since the 90s. I'm playing it on my Wii Virtual Console here. This was a gift from a viewer back when I was more active on YouTube. They got it for me in 2013. And they were a person of limited means, which I did not realize at the time that they got this for me. Because I couldn't responsibly own an N60, a Wii U at the time, even though I was a Nintendo-focused channel. So I just wasn't going to get one, and he volunteered to get one for me, and I felt bad because I didn't even have an HD TV at the time. But yeah, this is my first time playing it since... but that person apparently has vanished from the internet. I haven't found any trace of them because I wanted to... I thanked them back then. I made a video thanking them, but I wanted to thank them again. But, oh, I have a Nintendo Switch, and, yeah, and I'm very, glad to have it. Because when I got the Switch, I did not... Oh, I was so close. I was so close, doggone. When I got the Nintendo Switch, I actually did not yet own an HD TV because I got it on launch day. Yeah, if the Switch was a traditional console, I would not have gotten it when it came out. But because, meanwhile, during that same time period, I brought my 3DS everywhere I went, and it was my system of choice by far. Oh yeah! There we go. We got it. Alright. Origami King? So have you played that, and are you liking it if you have played it? I'm just interested to hear. Now let's see if I can nail this the first time. That would be crazy if I did. I got a couple of them. Yeah, and it's such a shame because let's say if Paper Mario the Origami King was the first Paper Mario game, I would enjoy it. It would be great, but I've been playing Paper Mario since the start. I enjoyed what the original 2 games in the Paper Mario series were so much. I liked the more RPG focused gameplay. I liked the unique characters that they created for those games, and I like the music. I mean, the music's still great. The writing is still great, but they are very reluctant to have original, unique characters in the way they used to. And they've explicitly said we can't modify Mario characters anymore. Like, it's apparently against some kind of Nintendo-style guide to have anything in the Paper Mario games other than the characters that appeared in the, anything other than what appeared in Super Mario World, I think, was what they said. Because I want a Paper Mario experience from like the first 2 games. I mean, I played Sticker Star, and I didn't enjoy it. I gave it a chance, and it's not. People will say the lack of EXP, but it's not just the lack of EXP. There are RPGs like Final Fantasy Legend that are based around, like, if you play with an all-human team and Final Fantasy Legend, then none of those characters level up using experience points. All you earn from battles when playing with human characters in what is it? In Final Fantasy Legend, you just earn money. You earn gold. You don't earn experience points, and you use that gold to buy potions and weapons and armor for your human characters, and that is how they progress and grow stronger. So it's not just the fact that that game was very well balanced, had a great battle system. So it's not just the fact that there are no EXP, it's just that the fact that in Sticker Star, that like in Sticker Star, if you're not familiar with it, anyone watching, all of the battle actions, every single battle command in Sticker Star is an expendable item, that is a sticker. You expend those stickers in normal battles, and then you spend those coins on more stickers to replace the ones used in battle. If there were something like permanent potions that would permanently upgrade certain Mario stats, or armor, or new overalls, or boots, there's no permanent upgrades you could really buy for Mario in that game, so all you really use the coins for is by replacing the stickers that you spend on random battles to get more coins. So it kind of encourages you only to really prepare for the boss battles, and it wasn't that rewarding to me. So which one did you beat? You beat Origami King, or you beat Sticker Star? Because the thing is, I'm sure it's a great game, but it's just not quite what I wanted out of a Paper Mario game. But the visuals are the graphics in that game are stunning, absolutely stunning, and the writing looks on point. But just Nintendo's so conservative with their characters now in Paper Mario games. It's just very disappointing. And the battle system, Sticker Star. I mean, and the thing is, for the things that they changed about Sticker Star, the fact that it's less story-focused and that it's sort of in these shorter chapter-like chunks, I think those were good concessions to adapt a Paper Mario game for handheld play, so that it can be played in shorter bursts. So I'm not even faulting that it was the experimental things they did with it. I just think that the battle system or the concept of using coins in place of experience points to outfit yourself for battle wasn't executed well. And the fact that they were really only using characters that had appeared in Super Mario World was kind of disappointing. And so they just sort of got further and further. It's like if after Mario Kart 64, I've said this in streams before, but let's say in Mario Kart, let's say they made Super Mario Kart for Super NES. Then they made Mario Kart 64. So we have 2 Mario Kart games. And then, what's the third Mario Kart game going to be? In our world, we got Mario Kart Double Dash. But it's still, you know, it's a different mechanics, but it's still a kart racing game. What did you find funny in Mario, Hayden 10128? 101, no, 110, oh no, 101028? Is that, do you say it 101028 or do you say 101028? Because I want to pronounce the number as you would have it pronounced yourself. Not that it matters too much, but I'm sure those numbers were chosen with some amount of care, and I would like to. Oh, what came first? N64, Super NES. Super NES came out first, and that's where the first Mario Kart game. Oh, that's what I was getting at. I was starting with this analogy. Yeah, so Super Nintendo came out first, and then Mario Kart, and then Super Nintendo came out, then and Nintendo 64 came out, which is what this game is for. I'm playing it on the Wii Virtual Console here. This is the first time I've played it since the 90s. I still have my original cartridge, but I can't easily stream those games or cartridges in HD. Oh, I didn't get it quite right. Alright, I'm gonna keep going for it till I get it. But let's say the first 2 Mario Kart games come out on Super NES and N64, then it's time for the third Mario Kart game, and they decide to, instead of a kart racer, they should use Math Pony then to better up quality. I don't know. Math Pony is I don't know what you mean by that. Excuse me if that was, I don't know if that was a typo or if I'm reading it wrong or if there's just something I'm not hip to called Math Pony yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that, so I'm not sure how to quite respond. Oh, come on. You know what? I think here's what I'm gonna come back after I get the winged cap, because the winged cap makes it much easier to get those secret numbers there. I'm gonna go for the 100 coin star. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 100 coins because I'm already 18% of the way there. That's a nice thing because it's out of 100 coins. Oh, I didn't mean to. Are you saying, are you talking about my mic quality not being that good? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you had GameCube but not N64? Yeah, it's funny because they came out with, they made versions of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on N64 on different promo discs, but they never released Mario 64 on N64. And it's kind of wild, because let me do a little math. Okay. Oh, on your phone? Let's see. 2006. Yes, I do have a TI 108 just on my desk for this stuff like that. 2006 minus 1996. Oh, yeah. Oh, obviously. Yeah, 10 years. So Mario 64 was 10 years old when the Wii came out, and it was on the Wii Virtual Console. And so 2020... So in 2020, that would be Mario 64 in 2006 when Wii came out is now as old as Super Mario Galaxy 2 is, because that came out in 2010, I believe. Yeah, Mario 64 in the year we came out was as old as Super Mario Galaxy 2 is in the year 2020. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Because at the time, Mario 64, even by 2006, was considered probably a classic game or such an older game, and now it's like, oh, you were born in 2010, so oh, okay. Yeah, it's because they're like, oh shucks. Yeah, we all hop on the boat of life at different times, and we all have different perspectives. Because I can only imagine what it would be like growing up with video games in a world where games had already 3D games like this were already commonplace, whereas my first system was the Sega Game Gear in '91, and then I got Game Boy in '95. So, and I never had a home console until Nintendo 64. So, yeah, you can just jump off the mountain to get a long jump. But I'm used to the actual old like 3-pronged N64 controller. This is the first time I'm playing it on the Wii U. Here, I downloaded this weeks or months ago. This copy of Mario 64, but this is the first time I'm playing it with the Wii U Pro controller, and this is the first time I've really played this since the 90s because I never really went back and replayed this. Look at this. Out of habit, I'm just going back to. Just out of habit, I'm going back to. Ooh. Please don't. Okay, good. Oh, excuse me. I keep forgetting which button is to punch. There we go. Now, I think for ground pounding these posts, I get blue coins. I get either a coin or I might even get a blue coin for doing so. So, there we go. There's our Z button. And one thing that really bugs me, I see a lot of gamers, a lot of older gamers, get upset or take it personally or weird, or talking about when younger kids have shirts for older games. And it's like, oh, like you weren't around when Mario 64 was out. If they have like a Mario 60 or like an N64 shirt, and they'll say like, you know, like a 10-year-old kid or a younger kid playing it, I'm like, all right, you can talk trash about a kid wearing an N64 shirt, but you could say you grew up with like Disney movies like Snow White and Cinderella or Little Mermaid, and you can say, oh, those films. Well, Snow White, Cinderella, those especially those older Disney films. Whereas, like, most people, and even in generations past, like, if they grew up with Disney movies, most of those movies were already decades old by the time they saw them. And so now there's this newer now video games have gotten to a point where parents might introduce their kids to, there we go. Ooh, you got 5 points for that, nice. Or parents might introduce their kids to some older video games, or just the way that a lot of people grew up with, you know, Bugs Bunny cartoons or old Disney animated films that were from decades before their time. So you really can't say that, like, oh, just because a gamer's younger, that they might not have genuine memories of Mario 64 maybe being one of the first games they played. Yeah, I don't know if you were there when you saw, I was talking about this a little bit. I would use the castle earlier on in the game before it gets infested by ghosts. You can play, when you could I just would go around in the castle courtyard. Oh, I guess because I guess he respawned after I beat him before. Let's see what coins I can, excuse me. Let's see what coins, okay, we're 43% of the way to 100 coins. Yeah, I forgot that. I really remember those posts giving you more coins for some reason. Oh, that was close enough. I feel like that should have blew up the box. I don't even know if that's actually physically possible. And there are no coins here. Alright, well, we could at least get this one. I think these are worth 2 coins. Oh, I've already gotten... Okay, we're nearly halfway there. You borrowed the N64 from your cousin and you loved Ocarina of Time? Alright. Alright. Okay, here's a bunch. Yeah, you see, I'm genuinely... Although, the lives really don't even matter that much. Okay, let's... Oh, here's some stuff. Yeah, I really don't remember these boxes having these physics on them where they just slide around like that. I just have to remember to actually punch them. Alright, that's just reminding me to take a stretch break if I need it. I don't need it quite yet. Give myself another 20 minutes. Excuse me, I'm just gonna get up, just stretch briefly, very briefly, and just grab my Gatorade that I have over here. Alright, let's do a little stretch. And I'm back. Yeah, let's say. Yeah, I want to... Okay, we're 56% of the way there. So we're making okay progress. I'm just kind of annoyed by the way that the enemies respawn, but the coins you earn from beating them doesn't. So I have to remember where are places that have a lot of coins in them. I already got... Oh yeah, there's some over here. Forgot about these. Yeah, I forgot about these because I originally wasn't here to get the coins. That I did not realize at all when I was younger were just 2D sprites. But now that I'm more knowledgeable of these things. Yeah, but yeah, I used the courtyard at that earlier point in the game. Oh wow. So I didn't realize you can get a kill on those guys that way. I think I lost one of the coins there. Yep, it doesn't affect my overall total. Come on, throw it! There we go. Okay, I already beat him then. There we go. But I just... Wow, look at it go! Jeez! I lost... Okay, I got it. There we go. You got that one. 65% of the way there. Yeah, because it's out of 100. My coin count is automatically whatever percent of one... Oh, gosh. Is whatever percent of 100 it is. Alright, I'm not going to even try to grab you. Alright, that's cheap. It blew me up. Okay. Yeah, it took I took the damage from it, and it didn't even give me a coin when I beat it, so that's kind of cheaty. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can wall kick up here. Yeah, the wall kicking is definitely a lot harder in Mario 64 than it is in Mario Sunshine and later. Because here you could just, like, you have to kick separately from the jump, whereas there just jumping repeatedly, and the physics, I guess, kind of just handle the jump itself automatically. So I'm 66% of the way there. What am I missing? And I really don't mind backseating in this game. If you know where there's some coins I could get, you could go ahead and tell me about them. Because anyone... Like, there are probably not many people that have played this game less than I have who are interested enough to actually bother streaming it. And I really have not played this. Okay, there's a bunch. I thought I'd been up here already. Oh, shucks. There's 71%. Woo! Yeah, I never streamed this late before, so, Collectiboy, I didn't know whether or not you'd even be up for this. Because I don't even think I really took anyone's opinion. I just figured, hey, let me try streaming late next week. Just once. And tomorrow I'm on at 2, and then Thursday I'll be at 2. Those 2 times I'll just be playing Mario 64 with no Wario Ware in between. Yeah, let's see. What's going on down here? Okay. Oh, here's an enemy I can beat. There we go. Get that measly 1 coin, but it is 1% closer to completing the star. Okay, I already beat you, didn't I? Didn't I already beat you? What annoys me is the way the enemies keep respawning. Like, it can keep track of which enemies I've beaten or not, but it can't keep... If it's going to keep track of which enemies I've beaten or not, in order to have... So it can know whether or not to give me a coin for beating them, or if I've already collected that coin, then I think it's only fair that it should just not respawn the enemies. Alright, I got the one up there. Do I need to get all of the red coins in order to... I know I haven't been down here yet. I'm just trying... Right now... Hello. I'm just trying to get a good camera angle. Yeah, I feel like this camera really does work much better with buttons. Alright, I've collected all 8 coins. I'm just a few away. Hello. Yeah. Just want to be slightly out of range, but not so far that I can't... Yep. I was actually lucky not to get damaged by that explosion, because I was pretty much right up on him. And I was just outside of the hitbox of the explosion. Now... Look at that. Like, the other bomb... Alright, I'm running out of coins to collect. Because okay. Aren't they a few under here? 81. Alright, where are there some more coins? That's this. We're like 81% there, so I'm like, we're 19% away from getting our 100 coin star. In my head, I'm not quite sure what I imagined this would be like playing this again, but I'm now realizing that maybe actually getting to 70 stars is a lot gonna take a lot more time than I imagined. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Let's see what's going on up here. Yeah, I would like to move on to Womp's Fortress. But now it's getting dangerous because there's so few sources of coins to restore my health with. It's probably safer for me to aim for the mountain. Yeah, I'll overshoot and aim for the mountain. Oh, you gotta be... Okay, at least it didn't damage me. Yeah, I shot so high I didn't go far enough. Okay. Yeah, it's really kind of a bummer that they make the enemies respawn, but not the coins. So it's clearly able to keep track of where I have and haven't been. Not gonna go so high next time. Hopefully I'll get the distance I was hoping for. I want to go over here. Oh wow, I'm glad I didn't get hit by that. You know, it's kind of... this is more obvious in hindsight, but it's kind of crazy that we got this giant free-roaming game, sandbox Mario game like this. Because, I mean, this was true before, but it's even more so now that we have these documents that let you know that they started work on this project in 1994. So this is really at the height of the Super Nintendo era. You know, when you have, like Donkey Kong Country and Star Fox are Donkey Kong Country is out. The years that Donkey Kong Country and Super Metroid came out, they're already working on Mario 64. And at the time especially, it just seemed like light years apart, Mario 64 and this, that to realize that they're working... Okay, the remaining coins are going to be up there. I'm just going to have to keep shooting myself up on... I'm going to have to keep using the cannon. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep using the cannon. Let's see if I can successfully shoot myself over to the first cannon. You know, I think that maybe that's even the main reason they put this first cannon here. Is a shortcut to this? Ooh. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of incredible that we didn't get something more like Super Mario 3D Land as the first 3D Mario game. Something that was fully 3D, but more of a linear game where you are going from point A to point B, something like Super Mario 3D Land or the original Crash Bandicoot games. But instead, it's kind of almost like we... What is going on? What is that Bob-omb doing? I've never... What's he doing? Wow! Okay. That's interesting. I've never noticed them do that before, where they just kind of like walking around all glitched out, and then eventually fell down and instantly respawned at the beginning of, I guess, that character's start point of that NPC or enemy spawn point. Yeah, it's kind of like we almost skipped a stage of evolution to get this before Super... Oh man, please. Oh man, if I had run into that star, that would have been the end of... I would have probably had to quit the 100 coin star for the day, because that would have reset my, that would have reset me back to, that would have warped me out of the stage. Or maybe not. I think when you collect the 8 coin star, it gives you the option to continue playing. I think that's what, or no, I think it was the 100 coin star gives you the option to, which I have not unlocked yet, and I'm 87% there. So if I end up bombing this by... Come on. There we go. We're good. I really forgot. It seems like most of the time they really don't punish you with damage for missing these cannon shots. Oh, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. Look at him. I never noticed that before. He's going to walk right off the edge of the cliff. Is it because I'm over here, so therefore... And then he respawns up top there. Or at least... Theoretically, he should. Or he did last time. That's weird. Yeah, he's not respawning. Alright. Well, back to this. Yeah, in the later levels, they actually do challenge you with cannon shots that will kill you if you miss them. That's more of something in the later levels. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I really probably should have waited until I got the... Well, little did I know, of course, but... I mean, I'm taking a risk just by jumping around here like this, but I'm just hoping... If there are just a couple of coins on some of these treetops, maybe... I know, because sometimes I feel like I have found coins on the treetops when I go to the top and then do the handstand. Alright, I'm going to try this last one and then I'm going to quit messing with the trees. Looking for coins. Alright, yeah, we're not going to get anything from that. Wait, maybe there's some in the flowers, maybe? No. Oh, we are so close. Alright, we're just going to... No, there's nothing up there. I hope I... Yes, I nailed it again. I just hope... If one of these times I end up running straight into that blue star that I already collected, I am going to... I'm gonna call it in terms of the this getting the 100 coin star on this stage. And I mean, this is surely got to be the easiest 100 coin star to get. I'm gonna aim slightly above it, and okay, 90. Only 10 left, and those 10 are probably all gonna have to come from that one area. Let's see what I can maybe aim at here, see if there's anything interesting I could aim towards. Not quite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just, excuse the monotony, I'm just gonna have to keep shooting out the cannon and get those last few coins. I really should have waited till I had the wing cap, because if I had the wing cap, getting those last few coins would be pretty effortless. But now I just have to keep shooting and hope I get a couple of coins. I mean, each shot I've probably gotten 1 or 2 more coins. I have to get 10 more coins to get this right. I mean, that right there should have been fatal. I mean, Mario's... I mean, compare this to Donkey Kong, where he has, like... He could barely take any amount. He has no fall capacity. He has the fall capacity of an actual human being in Donkey Kong, where just a very short fall can, you know, take him out. Whereas in a modern game... Okay, I could use these... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay. I'm using the gradients in the skybox to estimate my aim. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do 7 and see what I get. Okay, so 7. Next time I'll aim a little lower. That's another thing. A lot of the coins kind of don't really load up until you reach until you get close to them. So once you get the earlier coins in the ring, it really is difficult to line up the rest of your shots. And you have to do at least 2 shots. I'm gonna aim for this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's definitely too high. Yeah, the Bob-omb here hasn't respawned yet, which is interesting, because after all because I saw him respawn here before, and all those other enemies respawn, and I've definitely been far enough away to come back and expect him to respawn while my back was turned, so to speak. Alright, but at least we can aim for... Ooh, I just barely made that. Let's try 6 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna shoot all the way into the clouds. Okay, so this time we're gonna try 5. Okay, 5. Alright, there we go. You know, it just occurred to me that I am using headphones. Why didn't I use the headphone setting? Because, I mean, I guess whatever benefits they'd offer, it would sound good to me, but if it makes the headphone setting makes the audio sound bad for y'all, then it's no real point of me doing that. You know, it just occurred to me that I was even talking about who even plays this game with headphones, and I realized, oh, I'm playing the game with headphones. In a way that Nintendo would have never imagined back then, but yes, I am playing the game with headphones. I'm able to get that one. So, let me try 4 notches up on that skybox and see how that goes. Okay. I wanna... Oh, I almost went straight into the cannon. Oh, I would have finished this. Okay. Oh, darn it. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's too far in one direction. That I messed up because I immediately fidgeted with the camera as soon as I went into the cannon. And because of that, I wasn't lined up right. But so I know I need to... Oh, someone donated $5. Well, thank you very much. You know, it's, never necessary and never required, but it is deeply appreciated. And I hope that make sure your needs are taken care of, and you're good on everything else, because times are tough these days. And if everything else is taken care of, and if you feel like donating a couple bucks, that's great, but it's never required to be a true and loyal fan of the stream. I'm just glad that oh my gosh, I'm just glad that I can make someone's 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time just provide some kind of enjoyment. Shucks. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, giving myself, if I can't get the 100 coins in 10 minutes, then I'm going to just move on to something else. I'm just going to quit the stage or something. Yes, I just set a timer for myself for 10 minutes. I keep various egg timers around for my own reference. So that oh, I did it again. Doggone, I did the thing where I immediately start fidgeting with the camera. Now, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I need to move slightly this way? Ooh! And I can't afford to get hit by water bombs right now. Because this is seriously... It's seriously not. Well, I need to use the... I was about to say, if that actually took damage off of me, that would have been some real rubbish. Okay. So this is like, I have to 1, 2, 3. I have to give 3 cannon shots before I go to the 4th one, where I actually have the chance of getting the last few coins I need for this. No, because there are a few enemies left. Okay, so I'm on the right axis. I didn't get... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need to do 3 high. I need to do 3 high next time. And once I get 3 high, then I think I'll be in the right territory to start scoring those last few coins. Alright. And I remember, I think this stage was one of the few 100 coins stages I actually did as a kid. And I don't remember it being this difficult, but I probably had the wing cap already, so I can get those last few coins in those rings. Ooh, this is the furthest right I've ever been when I did the shot, because usually I run to the wall right here. Okay. We're going to just take... Ooh, man, that was close. If I fell there, that would have sucked, because that would have been a waste of all these cannon shots. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's try 3. Let's see if we're in the right range here. I got a coin! I actually... Isn't that sad that this is the point we got to? I actually collected a coin! Next time I have to go slightly... Scoot the cannon slightly over. Alright. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That was 3 over, right? So... Good thing there are the obvious gradient artifact things in the skybox for me to count from, or else I'd really have no clue what I was doing. Now we're 91% of the way to 100 coins. Fortunately... Alright. Now, remember not to move. My hands are off of the sticks until... Okay. Go straight? No, straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're gonna move slightly to the right. Okay. Oh, that was too much. No, okay. I'm gonna go through... Next time, I'm gonna go 3 and slightly to the right or left. I don't know if the time for the camera animation and me aiming is actually faster than just firing the camera direct, firing the cannon outright. Well, I feel safer just in terms of it's far less likely I'll get hit by water bombs. And I know which cloud formation I'm aiming for. Oh no, that wasn't... Alright, I'll just have to climb up at this point. At this point, it's more of a guaranteed thing to just climb up manually. They're really going crazy with these balls rolling down the hill. Alright. Alright, so that wasn't too much of a setback. And I don't quite have the confidence to make the long jump across here. So I'm just going to use the plank and jump on in. Okay. Now... Alright. This isn't the tough part. Oh man, I'm just barely managing to get Mario onto the island because I'm being too conservative with my height. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And 3.5. Slightly to the right. Oh, I should have just... Man, just a few degrees to the right really radically alters... I almost ran into that star. That would have ruined everything. Yeah, just slightly... The slight movement to the right. Okay. I want to get good enough that I can nearly shoot him into the cannon. Actually, I don't want to get that good, because that means I've been doing this way more times than I should have. Yeah, they did not intend for this to be this difficult. But without the winged cap, it really is just too difficult to get those extra stars. But I'm so deep into this now that... Alright. Hey, we got it. You just got to... Okay, I just moved like 1 pixel over to the right. Okay, okay. No, no, no. Okay. Oh, okay, I was trying to move up and I forgot the controls were inverted. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, this is too sensitive. This might, if I don't get any coins on this next shot, I'm probably going to just quit the stage and move on to something else, because the only stars I think I have left are the ones where, hey, at least I was closer this time, are the ones where you have to get all the invisible secret spots, which are also in the sky and involve getting a perfect shot through the cannon, or using the vanish cap to fly through with some reliability. And yeah, it seems like both of these remaining stars are gonna need, because I can't think of any other stars that were in this stage. Put the bottom of the, trying to put the bottom of the cursor just on top of the tray. Oh! Okay, that was close. But we made it. It is a matter of pixels. Because the y-axis is almost right where you need it to be. But it's just... if I don't grab any coins with this... oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, I'm very glad that I had decided... okay, there are only 15 seconds left on this timer. I had already decided not to try again and just move on to a different stage. So because of that, the fact that I ended up... oh, I didn't mean to exit out of the game file. Well, actually, that'll let me check out score. Let's see what that's about. Check file. Oh, it's just saying... okay, it just says how many coins you've gotten. And just the fact that it's called score just seems so odd to me. And oh, and apparently, this menu system here, like these animations, this is like the stock animations for some computer program or something that Nintendo would have used and had access to for the Silicon graphics workstations they were using. Excuse me, I just want to just wipe my forehead because it gets a little shiny. It's not hot in here. And I just like to have the matte forehead and not the shiny forehead. It has that very slight sheen on it, and I just rather... okay, I just want to see how this sounds. Whatever advantage there is to the surround sound, I'm really not... yeah, but that whole interface is apparently taken straight from some software that Nintendo would have been using on their Silicon graphics workstations. And yes, I did say Silicon, not silicone. It sounded a bit like I said silicone, so I just wanted to clarify there. He goes, when you accidentally mean to say silicon and say silicone instead, it could be rather silly. Now let's get at least 1 star right here. In the Princess's Secret Slide. The secret slide, is another place I spent hours on, actually. Back in the day. And I would just, I just keep sliding down this slide for the longest. Now, when I first played Mario 64 DS, and I entered this room, I was very irritated with the fact that they changed this room, because this room was always a very special place to me. Because... yeah, this was probably one of the first secret-y kind of things I ever found in a video game, because there's no real indication that you could jump into this window. Yeah, there's no real indication you could jump. Now, wouldn't this be fun? a fun thing to do in real life. I mean, the parts where you could, like, die and fall into a bottomless pit, yeah, forget that. But just it was just fun sliding down this slide. Oh, I almost... And I never, was good at doing the shortcut for this, so I never got the second star that you can get for doing this, clearing this super fast. And the DS version, it is very easy to do because you can just look at the map screen, so it's easy to know when to time your fall accurately, so you could do that jump down onto the second part of the... Yeah, I'll take one swing at doing the shortcut to get the second star in here. Yeah, because you have to fall down. Okay, well that clearly is not the place to fall. Oh wow, you don't even lose a life for doing that, so... Yeah, we could do that we could give that a few shots. Let's see how it goes. Actually, if I don't find the area that I'm supposed to be falling down, I'm gonna try to fall to the left once we pass the guardrail section of the stage. Okay, I think I have to fall to the left. Well, not quite there, but... Yeah, 1, 2. We'll try it 5 times. Try this. That was my second attempt. 5 more times, and then I'll just move on and go into Womp's Fortress. Okay, so that's too far. 1, 2, 3. I think I have 2 more tries left. I mean, 2 more tries before I stop trying for now, and I'll probably maybe grab it off stream. I'm not sure how much of this I'll be playing off stream. All the more significant progress I'd like to do on stream, but I don't want to spend like forever with this one game. Oh, I didn't even make... So, this is my last chance. Yeah, I have to try to figure out how to get it to... Because I never actually did this as a kid. Yeah, because when I was little, you know, in the 90s I was a little kid, so I wasn't quite talented enough to pull off the shortcut. I knew about the shortcut due to... Oh, okay. I have to jump before the guardrail. Okay, now that I know that, I'm gonna give myself 5 more tries. And if I can't get it in 5 more tries, then I'll just go ahead and move on to Womp's Fortress. So I have to jump over the guardrail. Because that first time I did the jump, I thought maybe it might be... Okay, I have to go a little further. And then jump. So that's 1. 1 try. This is attempt 2. Let's see. Let's go. 1, 2. Okay, attempt number 2. Now with having a general sense of where I'm supposed to be jumping at. Oh my god! I nailed it, and then I got it, and I fell off. And okay. That's interesting that I still have the power I lost, or the power. What's interesting, it says power, not life. It's not like he gets more powerful the more wedges he has, but... Okay. And excuse me, I'm usually not up this late. I'm actually just streaming this late just for the... Okay. Okay, back to sliding, please. Please. I still think... Oh, come on. I still... Okay. At least now I actually... I have to get under 20 seconds, I think. And I spent so much time stunned that I lost the time bonus that I... Alright. Well, now that I've actually successfully landed it, I'm going to give myself another 5 tries. If I make a significant progress, then I'm going to... I kind of reset my... Because I'm going to do 5 times in general, then on like the 5th try I actually nailed being able to properly see where I needed to jump. And this time the progress kind of restarted when I actually did land the jump there. Come on. Come on. 15, 16, 19, 20. Dang, gone. Okay. I still... There's no... You know what? If I get ground pound, he won't be stunned with that damage. He won't get that damage stun. And so then I should be able to keep going. Alright. Let's see if let's see if I could pound the ground once I'm... Oh, no, now that was time. I'll give myself 3 more tries regardless of whether I make it or not. I'm gonna do it 3 more times. And if I don't get it, I'll just do it off stream sometime, maybe. Because I gotta say, in every respect, I really am a lot more rusty at this game than I would have dared imagine I'd be. I mean, maybe a lot of that's just due to the controller being funny. I guess even after so long, I just built up so much... Oh, come on. That time I just almost made it, but not quite. Alright. Let's at least get through the first Bowser tonight. I think that would be cool. Because I already have 6 stars. I could definitely get to 10 and get through the first Bowser tonight. My streams tended to be on the shorter side, only barely... Oh, come on. That one, I'm not counting. That one just kind of... I don't know what happened. I guess my fumbled the controls and it just kind of took it from me. I don't know. Okay. So 3 more chances, and then I'm going to move on. Yeah, tended to be more like 3 to 4 hours at the most. They tended to be quicker because I wanted to end the stream while I was still ahead in terms of not having a... Oh my god! Why? It just... Okay. You know what? It's because I was belly sliding. I can't stop when I'm belly sliding. Now that I know that. Those 2 don't count because I just couldn't even do the jump to attempt what I was intending to do. Alright, now I know not to do the fancy belly slide, just do the regular butt slide. Alright, I'm done with this. Let's just move on. Where's... Oh, here we go. Here's... This is Womp's Fortress. Reacting to the star power, this door slowly opens. Alright, so let's do this. I remember, when my dad first got that first star, we were just so excited, we just wanted to go straight to one of the locked doors. Yeah, these first few stages, I remember having these flavor text intros, and then they kind of stopped having this. Hello, the Lakitu brothers, cutting in with a live update on Mario's progress. He's about to learn a tech... Yeah, and I guess the way he's just cutting in live, I'm guessing that everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom is watching this on TV, which is interesting to think about. Hello, the Keeter brothers cutting in with a live update on Mario's progress. He's about to learn a technique for sneaking up on enemies. The trick is this, he has to walk very slowly in order to walk quietly. Wrapping up and filming techniques reported on earlier. You can also take a look around using C, the C buttons, to view the action from a distance. If you can't move the camera any further, the buzzer will sound. This is the Keeter brothers signing off. Alright. I feel so bad punching these guys, the sleep. They like the way they sigh as they're like, oh, my life is draining from my body. Like it's like, oh, it makes you feel bad for them. They're just big. Now I bet getting 100 coins is a lot easier here because you get 5 coins for sneaking up on the piranha plants. I mean the extra lives. I mean, lives really only matter in the Bowser stages when you make it up to... Now, look at this here. These little faces or eyes, like on these shover blocks things, there's an official name, I forgot what they're called. For some reason, and I do not know why, in Mario 64 DS, they removed the eyes from those shoving blocks. And the impression I got at the time was that they were trying to make it seem less childish or something, because 2000, that was kind of the era when Nintendo was, I mean, they get it now, but not like back then, so much flack for being, quote, kiddie. And now, I guess, the gaming world isn't really as concerned with that, but at the time, it was like Nintendo was kind of ostracized for not placing it a huge emphasis on mature audiences only games. There's special caps in the red, green, and blue blocks. Step on the switches in the hidden courses to activate the cap blocks. Which was kind of a throwback to the Switch Palaces in Super Mario World, but I never had played that game at the time I first played this. I don't remember one beta element, oh shucks, of Mario 64 I definitely remember from back then is the faces on the beta thwomps. The path is narrow here, easy does it, no one is allowed on top of the mountain. And if you know what's good for you, won't wake anyone who's sleeping. Move slowly, tread lightly. Thanks for the tip. Whoever left that, I'm guessing it's Womp. But it's just so interesting, they really just don't even hide the fact that these stages are kind of just floating in nothingness for no apparent reason. I guess this is supposed to maybe be like a floating castle, like in Laputa, Castle in the Sky, or something like that. But oh yeah, I feel like this is definitely going to be a much easier. Look how far we've come in our coin count. Can you not even wake him up if... Can you not even punch him if he's awake? Yeah, I think you can't even punch the piranha plants when they're not awake. And mind... I like how when Mario's screaming Yahoo! Yahoo! When he's punching and kicking does not wake these guys up. Only the loud footsteps wake him up. Caution, narrow bridge, cross slowly. You can jump to the edge of the cliff and hang on, and if you climb off the edge, if you move slowly, if you want to let go, press either Z or the control stick in the direction of Mario's back. To climb up, press up on the control stick. To scurry up quickly, press the A button. Okay. Woo! Oh, baby. Jeez. Alright. This is... I might even take a swing at doing the 100 coin star in this level, but we'll see. Because I've gotten 55 without even really trying. Okay. Yeah, it's such a night and day difference, because I was like struggling for every single coin in Bob-omb Battlefield. But here, I've gotten halfway there, and I haven't even really tried. You know what? There's no harm in trying because, you know, I'm more than halfway there. I might as well. His faces remind me of Gargamel from the Smurfs. As opposed to the other Gargamels that everyone knows about, you know, that you might get confused with. But yeah, Gargamel from the Smurfs. I would like to do some commercial streams. I'm making plans for it. I have a VCR. Actually, my monitor, I have my monitor that's on top of my computer that my broadcast audio is running on. The monitor I'm playing on is sitting on top of a VCR. That's part of my setup. It is a VCR with HDMI out. It's one of the last VCRs they ever made. And I have a bunch of VHS tapes from the late 80s and early 90s. And I could do some commercial streams, not just using the typical like commercial video collections that are all over YouTube. I could do commercial streams with some of my own stuff. And, you know, get some tapes ready. And do some unique commercial streams of material that hasn't even been seen on YouTube before. Alright. Alright. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to get the 100 coin star that easily. Yeah, coins are just all over the place in this stage. Or as in, I'm already closer than I ever got to it in Bomb Bomb Battlefield. And I said, I didn't mean to say Bomb Bomb, but I meant to say Bob Bomb, but it kind of didn't enunciate, I guess, clearly enough. And I guess, I'm not sure where the... Okay, I just need to get... I just need to jump back up there. Yeah, sticking my tongue out, that helps Mario gain more height. It's a little known pro technique there. Oh my gosh, that was close. I love how you can see the seam between like the wall, the main wall, and where they put in the, I guess, the objects that form these steps. It's very interesting. But it's even playing like music, like xylophone, like it's like a music box is playing, and just murder this poor creature in its sleep. And it's really only defending itself. Okay, there we go. Alright. Yeah, and it would be a tad unreasonable to give me another blue coin for that. There are more thwomps up here. The next time I encounter a thwomp and beat it, I'm just going to... Oh wow, I think I need the cannon to get those coins, and cannons on this level are a bit of a risky proposition. I want to get you when you're turning this way. There we go. And this one, I think it gives us the option to keep playing. You collecting 100 coins, Mario gains more power from the castle. Mario gains more power from the castle. Do you want to save? Yes. Okay. And we can beat Womp's Fortress. That's cool. Because those only the 100 coin stars function like how in Mario Odyssey you can just keep playing when you get a star, or a moon rather. It doesn't automatically keep out. It makes me so mad. We built your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, and still you walk all over us. Do you ever say thank you? No. Well, you're not going to wipe your feet on me. I think I'll crush you just for fun. You have a problem with that? Just try to pound me, wimp. Ha! Alright. I think I'm seeing some moments where where the... What? Yeah, you can see some moments where the low polygon model for Mario is loading in. I can notice this on N64. I mean, now that I'm playing in HD, I can notice these things. I never noticed this. Oh, man, I almost got him one cycle, or rather in the middle number of cycles. Why is he looking up? No, crushed again. I'm just a stepping stone after all. I won't grovel. Here, you win. Take this with you. So 7, 8. Chip off Womp's block. I'm gonna save. You recovered 8 of the power stars. Now you can open the store with the big star, but Bowser's just ahead. Can you hear the princess calling? That's interesting. I thought I needed 10. Oh wow, I forgot there was a toad in here. Let's see what is that supposed to... Is this always supposed to be the same toad, or is it... It was Bowser who stole the stars. I saw him with my own eyes. He's hidden 6 stars in each course, but he won't find all of them in the same courses until you press the cap switches. The stars you found will show on each course's starting screen. If you want to see some of the enemies you've already defeated, select stars you recovered from them. Okay. I understand what he means, but it's a little confusing. They're really over-explaining a lot of elements in this at this point. Because there's... I mean, you can't assume that players are going to understand what's going on and what you're meant to do. So... I think when I get 10 stars... I really thought that I needed 10 stars to get into the first Bowser fight. Apparently you only need 8. So, I'm just going to... Woo! Okay, that was close. Yeah, I think... Yeah, let's, get just a little further ahead. Okay. Alright, I intended to punch him, but that's not what happened, but we'll still get our special coin anyway, the blue coin. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, it took damage. It made it sound like I would have expected him to take damage there, but he didn't. Okay. Yeah, it didn't even... I made that look a lot cooler than I meant to, because I really didn't think I was actually going to... Just out of range, you can't get me, because you don't... He's actually rooted into the ground. He's not a potted plant like the Smash Brothers Piranha Plant. Now, if I've never played Smash Ultimate, I'm probably never going to. But if and when... Wow, you could really see where you're supposed to blast the corners of the walls away right here. Yeah, I'm definitely going back for that 100 coin star in Bob on Battlefield. Okay. But not tonight, probably, because we think we spent enough time in Bob on Battlefield. No, but if I can unlock the... You know, I'm just thinking about my path to getting 70 stars. And now and here we are, the only place in the entire game that bullet bills appear. They're just kind of just here. They're just kind of... Yeah, they just kind of threw them there. Alright, there we go. So basically we just did the same stars before, but now there's a little tower at the top, and... Okay, 9 stars. I think 10 stars is when we get the ray of light in the sky that lets us... Shoot into the wild blue. I'd rather just use the... Oh, excuse me. Yes, I just said... I don't know. I like creatures and characters... Like, I like things that have mouths and teeth but no eyes. So I like man-eating plants, cartoony Venus flytrap type things. I designed some of my own monsters that have big drooly mouths but no eyes. So when I see things designed along those lines, I tend to have some affection for them. Okay. Now I can't. Yeah, that would be too easy. Oh, I did not mean to. Oh, I know I could go over here because there's a ring of coins. You just heal right up. I'm just gonna ask this guy to prepare the cannon for me. Hi, I'll prepare the cannon for you. Alright. Ready for blast off? Come on, hop into the cannon. Let's do it. Now, they just want... That's really messed up that they encourage you... They make you do this to get the star. Well, they want me to... Okay. I don't even know if this is the one they intended me to get right now, but... But now I can run up there and get my, my star. And I'll be in the double digits for stars, and I'll be 10... I'll be 10 out of 70 to being able to beat the game. And I've never beat the N64 version of this before. The first time, in the 90s, I guess I was a little too young, not quite skilled enough. And then when Mario 64 DS came out, and by the time Mario 64 DS came out, enough time had passed that playing Mario 64 again did feel genuinely nostalgic. And plus the idea of just playing a fully 3D polygonal game on a handheld just seemed absolutely astonishing. And I beat Mario 64 DS, but I never beat the N64 version. The only version of this I ever beat was on the DS back in 2004. Actually, it was probably 2005 by the time, early 2005 by the time I beat it. But it's funny, like, how incredible it was to play a fully 3D polygonal game on a handheld. But the DS's lack of an analog stick really kind of hindered a lot of proper 3D games from being made. And so it was really a system that thrived on its 2D games. Well, for racing games it was fine, but for other games like, yeah, racing games that work great, I have to try to aim at those pillars, I guess. Oh, I nailed it. First try. No! Okay, I did it my first try. I can do it again. I just walked right off of there after nailing it. I absolutely got it perfect my first try. And watch me try this again, and I just launched myself straight into a game over. Okay, I did it before. I could do it again. Okay, this time we slide down gently and carefully. Ah, there we go. I never noticed those diamond patterns back in the day, but then again, it's back in the day. I was playing this on a relatively large TV for the time it came out. I think the TV was from the late 70s or very early 80s. So it was by the late by 96, 97, it was a pretty old TV. It was one of the older color TVs available, fairly large. We are in the double. Let's see what the hint for this is. Red coins on the floating isle. Now, one thing I noticed... Oh, shucks, I didn't get to show. Okay, I can... Oh, we can collect the... We can collect the... winged cap now. Welcome to the wing cap course. Stand on the red switch at the top of the tower in the center of the rainbow ring. And trigger the switch, all the red switches will become solid. Do the triple jump and press E to land. Pull back on the control stick. And rush to go nose down as if you're flying an airplane. I'm just going to go ahead and get the red coin star right here. Two, one. I think I have infinite time with the wing cap here. Oh. I'll come back for him because it's too much of a pain in the butt to try to fly around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 2 more clusters of coins to get. Go back for these ones. Oh my! I thought it lasted I remember it lasting indefinitely the first time you did it. Okay. Well, nothing lost. That's so... Okay. Oh! That's cruel. Alright. You stepped in the wing cap switch. Wearing the wing cap, you can fly through the sky. Now wing caps will pop out of all the red blocks you find. Would you like to save? Yes. Hello, please. Why can't I get the height I had before? Hello. That was pathetic. I'm gonna... Okay, the first time somehow I was able to get him effortlessly. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. I was so close to that. I just can't... I don't know why. When I go back in, I just couldn't quite get the height needed to get this high again. Oh, as soon as I don't grab them both the first try, I should probably just... 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only one over here. There's one over here. Come on. Oh, come on. I was flying towards the tower. Alright. Let me give this one more... What is with these stages where it's like I'm almost good enough to beat it, but it's like the control isn't quite letting me do what should be pretty easy. I just noticed, the draw distance on the red coins is a lot more, it's much greater than that of the regular coins. I guess because they're more essential gameplay objects. Oh no. I probably lost it right there. I can't fly. Why can't I get the height needed to... I can't get the height. I can't even make it back up to the platform. What? It should not be this difficult to fly. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try this one more time, and then I'm... And it's just little tiny blunders of missing out very narrowly on getting both coins in one shot that's costing me the run. Oh, okay. I missed that one coin. That's probably going to cost me the run. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed those two. I just can't. It's the problem. My problem I'm having. 5. If I got those two, okay, I'm gonna go for it. No, I can't. I can't. Okay, I was so. I'm gonna go for it again because if I just didn't miss those couple of coins, because I got to the clusters and I was just arbitrarily off very slightly and just didn't get both coins at once. Because I'm not. It just will not give me... It seems like the intention is... 1, 2. Like, I swear, I remember, like, doggone Pilot Wings being easier than this. And the Pilot Wings is an actual fight sim. 5, 6. If I get these last two. Oh, come on. Come on. Got it. Got it. Alright. My last fear there... Oh, my last fear was that I was going to fall off of the... I was going to do the ground pound to land and end up missing. Okay, 12. You're going to get at least 2 easy stars now. And... Well, at least 1 easy star, and then I have to do the 100 coin star here. Because now that I can fly, this should be a breeze. Yeah, now that I can fly, this should be pretty easy. Okay. Just have to... Yes, I'm probably going to go for the 100 coins here, so excuse me if this is a little monotonous. After we spent what feels like a half hour trying to get the 100 coins last time. I just couldn't quite get enough. Because before... I mean, I was like 9... I was like just a few coins shy. Alright, I'll take it. Not what I intended, but I'll take it. Oh, wow. I forgot. Okay. We're 20% already? Man, I'm not... Okay, B is punch. I keep getting these buttons mixed up for which ones to punch and jump. %. Man, like there's kind of like this recharge period between the punch. It's like wahoo, and he does 2 punches and a kick, and after the kick, there's like a cooldown period. And during that time, there we go. Once I ran up a structure quite like this to get up to the top because I wanted to take a picture from there, and it is not easy to do. You have to like run up really quick in order to do it. I took that. That was a walk I took not long before. Oh, okay, there we go. Not that it would have been a huge disaster. We're already more than a quarter of the way there. I just want to get out these easy ones at the beginning out the way. Grab the wing cap. This should make a night and day difference. I should be able to oh, I missed the coins. Whatever will I do? Oh, I know. I can just run back and grab them anyway. In defiance of fate. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to aim yourself over there, but... Can I grab another... Why not let me grab another... Okay, I can refresh my wing cap. And just jump right back in here. Alright, so we made that star appear. Yeah, this is just easy. I mean, forget even ignoring just the fact that I can fly now, but even just the fact that I could warp straight back to this island and try the cannon again makes this so much more humane. Because I spent maybe like 10 or 20 minutes just blasting myself out of here over and over, which I'm sure was super fun for those of you watching. But I do thank you for bearing with me throughout all that. Because, alright, every time I come down here... Oh, Daniel, 963, I hope you don't mind the call out, but I do thank you for following. I hope this has been some good entertainment for you. I usually don't stream this late. I usually stream afternoons. Occasionally, I used to do mornings more often, not so much nowadays. And I did have some regulars in my morning streams that I haven't seen in a while. People from the UK especially, because I'm in Eastern Standard Time in North America, in the US. So when it's like 9 o'clock here, it is 2 o'clock in the UK, so it's like earlier afternoon over there. So it's a good time for them to watch. Yeah, I always have kind of mixed feelings. I don't want to pressure people to interact in chat who aren't interested in that, because, you know, if you're, you know, cooking, you're doing something else, just have this on as background noise. I don't want you to feel like you're not doing right by the streamer for not participating in chat. If you just wanted to follow and be quiet, that's perfectly fine as well. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I usually stream a little earlier in the day. Well, a lot earlier in the day, actually. Wow, already at 56. I want to get all these coins. I believe I'll need them all to get the 100 coins. And if I didn't mention it since you've been watching, this is my first time playing this since the 90s, so... The hardest part so far has just been getting used to using this new controller, because somehow I still have muscle memory for the N64 controller in this, and playing this. And the way the camera controls work seems very especially made with, you know, the tapping the buttons in mind, as opposed to what I'm doing. What you have to do, because I'm using the Wii U Pro controller, the only real way to play is to, hello, where's the floating island? There we go. Okay, I could have easily missed the island, which would have stunk, but... Alright. I think I'm gonna give one more shot at this, at the cannon. I think I'll be able to, at that point, have enough coins to finish the 100 coin challenge. Woo. Oh man, I thought ground pounding would... I almost could have I could have died there. That's scary. Could have lost all that progress. Alright, I do not want to touch that star yet, because that will take me outside of the level, I believe. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's right. Now if I... Oh my gosh, if I had done that before, I would have gotten... I knew there was something having to do with these poles that can cause you to get 100... If I had done that before, I would have been able to get my 100 coins and gotten the star from that. I spent a half hour trying to get those few... Oh, if only I had done this, I could have already had the star. Oh, this is so much easier now that I know that, because that's like 20 extra coins just from doing that. Okay, so only a few coins. Only a few... Yeah, only a few coins left. Because I got up to 90 before, and I did not know you could run around. Hello. Where's all my other... Yeah, it just seemed like something was like... Yeah, I did not know you could run around and get... Alright. Yeah, and I decided about a week ago to stream Mario 64, and I never imagined that on the first day I do it, it'd be all these crazy leaks where we're seeing these beta images, well, beta stages for Mario 64 that we never had seen before, that actually we'd only seen like a few seconds of from promotional videos from more than 20 years ago and never saw again, and now we actually have the stages playable and can explore them and analyze them, like all kinds of documents and stuff we never thought we'd get to... We never knew existed, let alone that we'd actually get to see. So, oh my gosh, that was not that high of a jump, but okay. Whatever. It's fair enough. Oh my gosh, if I die with only a few coins left, I am boycotting the star. I'm not going to try it again, at least not on stream. Probably do it on my own time. Oh no! You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Okay, I keep accidentally going into first-person camera view just because I'm used to having a C-stick where I can move around in all directions, whereas here, the stick directions are mapped to what were formerly buttons That was very close there. You saw that. The stick directions are mapped to what were formerly buttons. And those buttons, you'd have to go out of your way to press a... Alright. Okay, I could definitely collect. I could find 5 more of these somewhere. 1... Where are you? Where I heard the coins. There we go. There we go. There's my 100 coin. There we go. We got it. And this, the 100 coin stars work like Mario Odyssey stars, where it doesn't boot you out the level. You can continue playing. So now I can get the other star that we got for... Oh man, there was some... I forgot that there was that bunch of little coins right there. But that's okay. No love lost. It wasn't... Man, I could have got the star like an hour ago. And I had no idea. Alright, and yet Mario winks to the sky. I deserve a drink for that. And I normally would have went to bed quite a while ago already. But I have no appointments or responsibilities tomorrow, so I'm not so worried about it. What did I not... I have to check. I've completed this. I've completed Bob on Battlefield, haven't I? Alright, so we have 100%ed. We have 100%ed a stage already. I mean, an entire level. One thing I think is cute. When you're jumping, you cannot access the exit menu, exit course option. So it's like, yeah, your feet have to be planted firmly on the ground for you to access that option. So I already did a couple here, a couple there. Let's do 1 or 2 stars in the snow place. Reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens. 20, 30, 40. Alright. I should have... I keep mashing... I meant to actually read that flavor text, but let's go into the cabin, which is much bigger on the outside than it looks. Okay. Welcome to the snow slide. Hop on to speed up. Press the controls to forward to slow down, pull back. Don't I have to race a penguin here? Or maybe that's a later stage. I mean, this would hurt. This would be so cold. That would suck. That would suck too, but that's just like, oh yay! I mean, that's just so terrifying. That idea of actually just falling like that. Now, what threw me... the reason I kind of steered weird there is because I forgot those coins, and I kind of forgot whether or not... I think those do lead to a shortcut. Alright, those coins lead to a shortcut, so... And if you use that... I'd like later you race a penguin here. And if you use that shortcut, I think he disqualifies you. Whoa, 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 what momentum, jeez. Oh, oh, doggone, it's just a 1-up. I thought there was going to be a bonus star there. That would have been neato. It's interesting that they don't just go ahead and give you the star for entering the stage. Let's see if I can get to 20 stars, and then we'll do Bowser. Yeah, let's get to 20 stars. 20. I'll get 20. Yeah, I'll get, if I can do 20 stars per stream, and then I'll get a few more off stream, and then we'll be able to beat this game. Oh, hey, Mario buddy, how's it going? Step right up. You look like a fast sledding kind of guy. I know speed when I see it. Yes, sirree. I'm the world champion sledder. You know. What do you say? Ready for a race? Let's go. You cheated, mister. You jumped ahead of me. But I will not use the shortcut. Oh my gosh! You are oh my goodness. That was some butt right there. Yeah, did not entirely feel fair. That felt a little exploitative, in fact. And really, this is so easy to jump into. The only real downside to getting a game over yes, do not care about the coins. Just care about winning. Okay, there's certain points where he's just kind of predestined to rush ahead. Oh my... Oh, I saved that one. I salvaged that. Oh, I still lost anyway. Doggone. That was cool, though. That was cool, jumping back, being able to jump back on like that. Alright. Let's give it another shot. Once again, you just have these sort of... I guess the fact that they're paintings sort of justifies these sort of weird, out-of-context little... I should have tried... Next time... Well, hopefully there's not a next time, but... What I would like to do... I mean, he's straight up rubber banding at this point. The way he... Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh... See, I'm losing, but this is like a fun way to get my butt kicked. It wasn't like the... Man, if only I'd known I could have just ran around those pillars to get a few more coins. And get that 100 coin star in Bob on Battlefield. It just made it an absolute snap. Oh, I forgot to try to position myself to be more, a little further ahead of the penguin. When the penguin jumps in front of me like that, I just kind of forget what I'm doing. I'm down to 6 lives. I mean, I don't lose. If I get a game over, the only real disadvantage is I'm gonna have to go back to. I'm gonna have to go back to the castle and walk into. Santa Claus is the only one who could go down a chimney. Come on in, by cabin proprietor. I mean, I was about to say Santa Claus confirmed to exist in the Mario universe. But we already know that the stork is the one who delivers babies to their parents in this world, so you can figure that different folklore figures like that. Oh my gosh. I tried to get ahead, but Mario sliding backwards, I just didn't quite get I didn't quite have full control over him again. So I'm gonna try him legit. This is really challenging. I mean, this isn't... I know a lot of people who probably watch Mario 64 as a category are used to people who are going for PBs and world records. So watching me like just fail something so basic so many times, I can understand how that's frustrating. But I'm really just... Like I said, there's a reason I tagged this casual playthrough and said I'm playing this for the first time since Clinton was president. Ah, doggone. Mamma mia. Alright. Now, if I actually get a game over, I'm probably going to come back and try some of the other stages first. But this one seems like it should be so easy to do. I mean, he's clearly traveling at an abnormal rate of speed. There are parts where he just flat out rubber bands back in front of me. And that should not... If everything was totally fair... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this time I'm just going to focus. I'm not going to run my mouth while I'm playing. Which I... You know, when I don't stream games because I just want to keep my mouth shut. Like, I stream and, you know, talk about my thoughts of the game or game news or things, memories about the games, because I want to communicate with people, but for the sake of getting through this, I'm gonna... Oh no! Okay, well, this will be a good practice run then. Because I never did complete this normally without the penguin race, so... This is where I get messed up at. This is further than I've ever gotten while racing the penguin. Okay, so it's not that far. Oh, I didn't think it would warp me all the way back here. It should warp me right outside the painting. Okay. Because what if you're somewhere deep in the castle? Like in the basement or the upper floors? That would be really inconvenient. I have to come all the way back there. Just because you wanted to exit the course. But so now I've completed the stage at least once without using the shortcut. And the way that he shoves in front of you is so obnoxious. I just find it amusing the way it just launches him out of the painting. It's like this world has some kind of logic, like internal logic to it. Or it's the magic of it. Like if you die in the painting, it just launches you back off the painting. You don't die in real life. Oh my gosh. It's that corner there. When I'm racing the penguin, I always mess up that corner right there. I think I have a rest 0 after, or a life 0 after this. And if that takes me out too, then I'll focus on some of the other stars in this world. I mean, Mario Odyssey really kind of got it right. And just the idea that the concept of lives is kind of obsolete in these games where even if you get a game over, you could still start again from the beginning. So I think Mario Odyssey handled it a lot better. Like, yeah, you're punished, but the idea, the concept of lives, really even by Super Mario World, to an extent, could be said to be quite... oh my god. I keep saying I'm going to focus, and then I don't focus in that one corner. My last life, once I start the slide, I'm not going to utter a word. I'm just going to focus on the game. I know, because my instinct is... it's very... Okay, I find it very easy to just speak my mind. When I... Okay. Shush. Shush, shush, shush. Okay, I did it. All I had to do was keep my mouth shut. All I had to do was keep my mouth shut. Alright. Alright. You broke my record. Unbelievable. I knew you were the coolest. Now you've proven that you're also the fastest. I can't award you a gold medal, but here, take this star instead. You've earned it. Indeed, I have. I'm quite proud of myself. Yeah, that was one of the first. That's one of the first moments. This is only my 25th stream, so that was really one of the first moments where I had to go into serious time and really focus to get that turn in. Hey, and we got a 1-up, even though that really doesn't mean a whole lot, as we already established. Little penguin lost. Okay, I have 16. Alright. I believe I just have to take you to the bottom of the mountain. Now, this baby penguin going... This is the spiritual revenge. This is the revenge of Yoshi having to put up with baby Mario crying whenever he was knocked off of the Yoshi's back in Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island on Super Nintendo. I want to know how the heck this baby got all the way up to the top of the mountain. What a hapless baby. Alright, you little butt. Get back here. Oh my gosh! My first actual death due to damage. And that's one thing, like, when I had friends over and we played Mario 64, it wasn't like Sonic the Hedgehog or Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario World, where there's a lot of things that can kill you. Yeah, there's specific things that can take you out quickly in this, but generally, because of the way your health works in this game, it's very easy to play for a long time and not take any damage. So when we play the way we play, like, older style games, when we're playing Mario 64, so one person would have the controller for, like, 10, 15, or 20, or 30 minutes without dying once, or they'd be a butt and just go to the castle and play around there, where there are very few things that could kill Mario, so one person would just hog the controller for a long time that way. Like something like Super Mario 3D World. Well, the Super Mario 3D World would have been great just because that's an actual multiplayer game. Wait, you're not an enemy, are you? You're actually a good character, I believe. Alright. This time the snowmen aren't going to murder us to death. Well, aren't going to kill us. Freaking... You know what threw me off? I just realized Mario runs slower with the baby penguin. Okay, no, I have to walk down the ramp. And there's the mommy. Now, I'd like to know what this mother was doing. That caused her to end up losing her baby on the top of the mountain. Did she leave without him? Did this little idiot go get himself lost? You found my precious baby. Where have you been? How can I ever thank you, Mario? Oh, I do have this star. Here, take it with my eternal... Yeah, I do have this star. It's like, oh, I just had it. Whatever. 16. Okay, so 17. Hella. There we go. 16, 17. So 17. Let's see what's next. Frosty slide for 8 red coins. Is that... I don't feel like doing... I honestly don't feel like... I feel like... Let's beat Bowser and end the stream. Yeah, let's do it. Reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens. Oh yeah, so I remember the day I got to this level. Me and my friend from around the... Oh, sorry, I just keep jumping past the flavor text. I mean, it's nothing I need to actually beat it, but it's just... I haven't seen that text in like 20... Well, like The better part of 20 years, because I have not played this probably since 99 or 2000. Now, I could... maybe I'll do it off stream, we'll see. But, because I do actually want to get... I do actually want to beat this game. There's some games I'll do a stream or two for, but I'm not going to get that far in it, because admittedly I'm not that great. I'm not the... Now, apparently that smoke texture isn't actually... It displays in an effective manner, but apparently it's not the way it was actually intended to be displayed. Now, I could go for... Actually, I might as well go for 100 points. I believe these stages do have 100 points in them. Now imagine, like, all of Mario 64 could have been like this, where you're going through a point A to point B level. In a way very different from Mario 3D Land. Because this is, apparently at one point the game was going to be more linear, and these Bowser stages are kind of a remnant of that. Whew. I don't know, have I been getting all the red coins so far? I'm not exactly sure. I know if I stand here, I'm eventually going to collect the coins, so I'll just stand right here and let the game do it for me. Oh! Oh, shucks. I thought I had... Either there wasn't actually a gap there, or... Alright. I'm gonna admit, normally I would have been in bed hours ago, and I didn't get that last red coin anyway. Oh my... Okay, I did not mean to fall there.
Game over.
Yeah, I did not mean to fall there. So I'm just gonna have to run back into the castle. I might be playing a little worse than I could be because I'm a little sleepy. I'm a lot sleepy, actually. So let's just beat Bowser in the Dark World and move on. Oh yeah, I didn't even save after I I'm just messing with the computer, but excuse me. Yeah, that was so surprising the first time, just watching the painting of Peach turn into a painting of Bowser. Oh, that's me accidentally pressing C up. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 I'm streaming again. And we can go back and go for maybe the 100 coin challenge and the 8 coin challenge on here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm less tired. Oh, don't chase me, please. You're not gonna... Yeah, there's a certain zone after which they will no longer chase me. Yeah, I just took that from a totally different angle from what I was, from how I was approaching it before. So it looks... This scene looks very different than it did last time. Okay. Yeah, before I walked when I shouldn't have, and I just... What's that? Okay. Yeah, that's the problem I keep having. It's very easy to hit up on the analog stick, because I want to feel like when I'm using the right analog stick, I want to feel like I'm using a C stick, and on a C stick, the camera would just move in whatever direction you move it in, whereas here it's emulating different button inputs on a physical controller. Therefore, when I Excuse me. There we go. Therefore, when I press up on the C stick to try to move a certain way, it will instead, you know, I'm pressing the up C button, which is what put Mario in first-person view. Well, I got more than 25% of the coins I needed. And here we are, some of the only real warp pipes in the game. You know, it's Mario's staple, but they're not very used very often. Now, it seemed in the promotional videos and even in some of the artwork, tough luck Mario, Princess Toadstool isn't here. Gwahaha. Go ahead, just try and grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you won't throw me out of here. Never, ha. Now this is, grabbing Mario by the tail. Mario grabbing Bowser by the tail is actually how Mario beats Bowser in the Mario anime movie from the late 80s. That was only released on rental VHS. Well, it was released in theaters and on rental VHS. I didn't... doggone. Can you tell it's been a while since I've... Alright, and here we... Doggone. I have to just lure him close to the bombs because I'm not being very... I have been very accurate. Apparently he gained a lot of weight after, I don't know why he put these bombs around the outside of his arena. It seems very specifically tailor-made. Well, then again, I guess he puts bombs around the outside of his arena for the same reason that Dr. Robotnik puts springs and other things that only really Sonic can use. Oh my gosh, I keep trying to press A instead of B. That's one of my problems I'm having. Man, I did this like my second try as a kid. The first time I thought you just had to throw him off the stage, when I realized that it was just so easy to throw him into the bombs. But well, I guess I was just better at this when I was a little kid. Maybe it's a kind of magic that only little boys can do. Okay, I'll stop singing songs from A Boy Named Charlie Brown. Oh wow, look! Low poly... Oh, shucks. Butt on fire, butt on fire, butt on fire. Okay. Oh my gosh. Am I really going to lose a Bowser fight by... I never lost this as a kid. Why is this so hard for me now? This was never this challenging to me as a kid. Like the second Bowser fight, I spent an entire morning on that. Just getting my butt kicked all Saturday morning. And then how close can I get him to come to the bomb? There we go. I had to practically cheat to do it, but... Grr, I was a bit careless. This is not as I had planned, but I still hold the power stars. And I still hold the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. Wahaha, you'll get no more stars from me. I'm not finished with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later. Alright. Let's... Now, I remember some of the beta footage. They showed a key, like a star, that looked like a 2D sprite. The final version is a model. And what it looks like... Let's see if I can get Mario... Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. he keeps turning into... I can keep getting him to turn into low poly Mario, which is something on the CRT at the time I never really would have noticed. But it looks like one of the stars from Super Mario RPG, kind of. Okay. Just the idea of something other than a star. It's like, oh, a key. I could... Of course, like, I first go to the key in the top door. I forgot what happens when you do that. But, yeah, I went straight for the key. You go straight for the key in the top door. Maybe the key doesn't fit. Maybe it's for the basement. Yeah. Yeah, any Attack on Titan fans out there know, you know, how crazy it could be to, Alright, I tried doing something. It didn't quite work. So I'm just going to have to do it manually. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at, 2 for maybe 3 or 4 hours. More Mario 64. No real warm-up game this time. And yeah, it'll be at 2 tomorrow. Okay. Alright. There we go. So I'll see you tomorrow at 2. Thanks for all my new followers. Thanks for everyone who watched me. I'm gonna actually get through and beat Mario 64. But I'll see you tomorrow at 2. Don't feel obligated, you know. And if you want to just look at the VOD later, I'll see you around. And if you want to follow me once I move on to other games, that's great too. So thanks for your time and for giving me a chance and spending some time with me. And I'm going to send you over to my friend KyleTX500. What's he playing? Oh, he's playing Killing Time for the 3DO. That's pretty cool. So I'll see you over there, and thanks for watching.